How are we doing, everyone? Welcome back to the Peacock Memes live stream. Game 5, Vegas Golden Knights versus Carolina Hurricanes. We got ourselves a 2-2 series, folks. We got a tied series. Big Game 5 on hand here. Carolina Hurricanes back home. Got momentum back on their side, right? It was a tough start for them. It was a tough start, but they've gotten back in it. They've made it a series. Should be a big Game 5 on this Thursday night. Good to be back. Hopefully another good game in store today. Every single game has been a banger so far, chat. Every single game of this series has been an absolute banger. What an absolute cinema Stanley Cup Finals we've had so far. And it's funny. It's everyone said this was going to be, not everybody, but a lot of people said this was going to be a boring final. That was going to be a missable one compared to recent memory. But man, so far, I mean, both teams have been at it. It's been very close. I think each game has been determined by one goal, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's been back and forth, man. It's been a lot of fun to watch, and looking forward to seeing how it continues to develop here. Hopefully, Carolina can bring it home. We will be trying to hate watch Vegas tonight, successfully hate watch Vegas. Yeah, we'll see what happens, man. Only Carolina can stop us from back to back. Or sorry, only Vegas can stop us. Only Carolina can stop us from multiple Vegas Cups. Jeez, word salad there. So hopefully Carolina can come up big there, and we'll see what they got in store for us tonight. But anyway, how are we doing, chat? How is everybody doing on this Thursday night? We're looking forward to the game tonight. Um, Hopefully, by the way, there's going to be no issues in this stream. There is a pretty bad storm in Chicago right now as we speak. So, I'm hoping I don't just randomly lose power at one point. But yeah, if this stream ever just stops for no reason, it's probably because I lost power because Chicago is very stormy today. So I'm just hoping that doesn't impact tonight's stream. We shall see what happens there. Hopefully that won't be an issue. Also, I do think that there shouldn't be any camera issues today, too. There were a couple times last stream where the camera just randomly went out. I believe it's an overheating issue. I think I've solved it, so that shouldn't be a problem. The camera shouldn't randomly just go out at any point in the stream. Now that I've said that, it probably will, but I don't think it's going to be an issue today, so we'll see. Anyway, how is everybody doing? How is everyone doing on this Thursday night? I'm doing good. Looking forward to hopefully will be a good cup game tonight. There hasn't been a miss so far. I mean, we're 5 games in. There has not been a miss so far. Every single game has been great. So hopefully keeping that track record up here tonight. And what on earth is PK Subban wearing? What is he wearing? Every time Subban, it's like he comes on to these games. It's like he wants to one up himself every time. Somebody needs to make a compilation of just like the most extravagant PK Subban fits. Like this guy, just the drip on this man is just, it's cinema, man. I don't know how Mark Messier feels about it. I feel like he always just has this blank expression. I don't know how he feels about Subban as it fits, but I like it. I like it. It's interesting. Yeah. I believe Bussy in net for Carolina, Hart in net for Vegas. There was a debate whether, not to start Hart in this game because Hart has allowed 4 goals in every single cup game so far. I believe he's the only goalie in history to do that. So yeah, Hart's he had a good first 3 rounds, but he's been awful in the Stanley Cup Finals. So I thought Vegas might turn to Aiden Hill, but it looks like they're sticking with Hart. So they're sticking with their guy. We'll see if that decision, turns out good for them. They're keeping faith in their netminder there. So at this point, it's a cup final, so it's like you may as well, like I think going to another goaltender now would be kind of risky. That especially since I don't think Hill has played at all in these playoffs, so that'd be pretty risky. Even though Hart's been struggling, I think they're just banking on kind of figuring it out and getting back on track there. So we'll see what happens there. Bussy's been good for Carolina. Anderson started for most of these playoffs, but he's had a rough cup final, so Bussy's come in. He's been doing his job. So looking a very Scott Darling-esque at the moment when Darling stepped in for Crawford and was able to backstop the Hawks to that 2015 series win versus Nashville. So, yeah, we'll see how this series develops here. Yeah. It definitely feels like this is the game of the series right here. Whoever wins this game, you have a feeling is going to win the series. 2 out of 3 hypothetical games left are in Carolina, so that could be nice for them. They do have the home ice. Um, Although Vegas has been pretty good on the road too. So, but yeah, you have a feeling whoever wins this game will win the series. If Vegas wins this game, they probably take Game 6 at home. Likewise, if Carolina wins this game, maybe Vegas could take Game 6. But you have a hard time seeing Carolina lose Game 7 at home if there is a Game 7. So we're guaranteed at least 6, obviously, with being a tied series. So we will be back here Saturday as well. I'm going to be live streaming every single one of these cup games left. So I'm hoping we get 7, right? We got at least 2 more guaranteed here. I'm hoping we get 7. That would be nice. Trying to think the last time we had a 7-game cup. 2024, right? Yeah, because 2025 was 6 games between the Oilers and Panthers. 2024 was 7 games, I believe. What was 2023 was 5 games when Vegas beat who did Vegas beat that year? Florida, yeah. That was a 5-game series. 2022 Tampa was a 6-game series. When Colorado beat Tampa 2022, I believe that was a 6-game series. I think both 2021 and 2020 were 5-game series. When Tampa beat Montreal and Dallas, I believe those were both 5-game series. 2019 Bruins Blues, that was 7 games. When the Blues beat the Bruins, which, there was no good outcome that year between the Blues and the Bruins. Like, I mean, lesser two evils, I don't know. Like, they're both pretty evil. So 2018 Caps beat Vegas. I think that was a 5-game series. 2017, 2016, I believe both Penguin series were 6 games when they beat the Predators and the Sharks. I believe those were both 6-game series. 2015 Hawks was obviously 6 games when they beat Tampa. Every single Hawks Cup was a 6-game series, at least in the modern era. 2014, when the Kings beat the Rangers, I believe that was a 5-game series. 13 Hawks Bruins was 6. I think 2012 Kings Devils, I think that was 6 games, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong about that one. 2011 Bruins Canucks, that was a 7-game series. That was the one where Vancouver burnt their city down after they lost. That was an interesting one. That was a good cup final. That was a really good one. Another one where it's like, Bruins Canucks is, again, not really a good outcome there, but 2010 Hawks Flyers, that was 6 games, obviously. 09 Penguins Red Wings, I think that was 7. I believe 08 was also 7 when the Red Wings beat the Penguins. It was the same matchup back-to-back years, like we saw with the Oilers and Panthers the last couple of years. And that's as far back as I could go. I couldn't tell you what 07 was between the Ducks and who they play that year. Who the Ducks play in 07? Why am I not remembering? Well, anyway, whoever they play, Senators, right? Yeah, it was the Senators. Ducks beat the Senators in 07. I'm not sure how many games that went though. That's the last one I could go to. 06 was Oilers Hurricanes. Hurricanes won that one, but I don't know how many games that went. So, but yeah, that's showing off some puck knowledge there. Yeah, I know every cup of the salary cap era, at least. I'm not really sure how much further back I could go. I could probably go to the 70s. I could probably go to the 70s or 60s. Yeah. How's everyone doing? How is the chat doing? How is everybody doing on this Thursday night, Game 5? Waiting for puck drop here, because these puck drops are always like 15, 20 minutes after the time that they say, right? The game is scheduled to play at 7. The puck drop's always like 15, 20 minutes after, right? The regular season, it's a bit better, right? Regular season, it's only like 10 minutes after the time they say. Like if it's a 7 o'clock game, normally they drop the puck at 7:10. The playoffs, though, when, ESPN TNT, it's like 15, 20 minutes later, sometimes more. It's kind of egregious, but that's the way the TV window works, unfortunately. Yeah. But yeah, hopefully we'll be in for a good one tonight. Looking forward to it. Like I said, every game of the series has been so good so far. So, but a pleasant surprise. I'll be honest. I wasn't expecting this, right? I wasn't expecting the series to be as interesting as it has been. Um, I thought there was any year there might be a bit of a letdown. This would be the year, but I mean, both these teams are obviously very good, and it's been. I think their styles have complement each other very well. Because Carolina is definitely more of that defensive trap hockey. They wear you down, they outshoot you, they possess you. Just a perfectly structured team, whereas Vegas is more high flying, right? They have that offensive firepower. They're going to come at you with more aggression. So, very assertive team. So, I think the two team styles, I think, have complement each other well. I think it's a big reason why we've seen such an entertaining final, and why it's been so close as well. I think both teams just match up against each other really well. So, that's why it's been such a close series. I think. Many people I saw thought it was going to be, a 4 or 5 game series. So I'm happy to see it's going 6-7, right? I want to see a 6-7 game series. The more Stanley Cup final games, the better, right? The merrier. So, yeah, hopefully, again, like I said, hopefully see it go 7, right? Guaranteed at least 6 here. So we'll see what happens. This is another arena I've been to, by the way, as well. I've been to the Vegas arena. I've also been to the Hurricanes arena. I was actually there this past year in Carolina. I was there January 22nd when the Canes played the Blackhawks in that one-game road trip. That's the game where Oliver Moore won the shootout. It was his 21st birthday. He got in a fight with Alexander Nikishin, the big Hurricanes defenseman. They got in a fight with him and lost the fight pretty handily, but he got his revenge in the shootout and had the shootout winner and won the game. So it was a great game. Big 4-3 win for the Hawks. there were only so many, second half of the year for the Blackhawks. There were only so many, cinema games in the second half. Most of them came in the first half, but that was definitely, I would say, top three game of the second half of the season. I'd say probably top five, top 10 game of the year. It was a great game. Big win. Hawks being potential Cup champions here. So yeah, that was a fun game. I enjoyed that trip. Good time. Nice arena. I wouldn't say Lenovo Center is like, I've been to about half the arenas in the NHL. I wouldn't say it's like, near the top, but I've been to worse rinks too. Like it's pretty nice. It's got everything you need. Decent capacity. Nice scoreboard. Nice atmosphere there. Plenty of parking. It's right by the NC State campus too, so the football stadium's right there. It's very interesting in Carolina. They actually tailgate those games. Like, it's a hockey game, yet, the fans there, they actually tailgate in the parking lot outside, which is normally something you see at baseball games or college football games, but they tailgate the Hurricanes games there in rallies. So, I mean, it's the South, so obviously it's part of their culture, but I thought that was pretty interesting. I've never seen that in a hockey game before. But no, it was a good time. The Canes fans there are so nice, man. Like, I don't know what it is about the South. Like, the people there are just so nice. Definitely like when the Hawks won that game in a shootout, like I was having fans like congratulate me, like, oh, congrats on the win. I'm like, why are you congratulating me on the win? Like, shouldn't you be mad or something? Like, shouldn't you be pissed off? But they're just like, I don't know, thanking me. It's like, oh, well, thanks, man. But that was cool. It was a good time there. I had to do my post game in the hotel that night, and I actually had a noise complaint. So that was pretty funny because it was a late game, and yeah, somebody knocked at my door, complaining about the noise, but I carried on. I wasn't gonna not get my post game done. Got a post game in for every Blackhawks game, and I wasn't gonna let the road trip hotel stop me. So, but that was pretty funny when I got stopped for that. But yeah, I enjoyed the road trip this year. I went to Carolina. I also went, as the Hawks came out of the Olympic break, entering the trade deadline. I went to that the Nashville, Colorado, Utah trip. So that was a good time. Spring break there. So that was a good time. Um, Hawks only won one of those games. They kind of struggled on the road trip, but still, it was nice to see all those arenas. Nashville, I've been to a couple times. Good city, good vibes there. You enjoy kind of the atmosphere there with the music and the bars and kind of the bar hopping scenes. A pretty good time there. Hot take here. I think Nashville clears Vegas. Like I feel like Vegas. I've been to Vegas and I enjoyed it, but like I feel like am I the only one who thinks it's a bit overhyped? Like I was a bit disappointed to be honest. Like it was nice, but considering how much like buzz Vegas gets and how much hype it gets, I was kind of disappointed. Maybe my expectations were just too high. Like it was good, it was nice, but considering just like how much hype it gets, comparison to like in terms of like most entertaining tourist destinations in America, and yeah, I thought it was kind of a letdown to be honest with you, but still, I enjoyed the Vegas game that I went to when they played Vancouver, and the other games of the road trip. Yeah, I went to Colorado. That's a nice arena, Pepsi Center, or was the Pepsi Center. I think it's something else now. I couldn't tell you what it's called now. It used to be the Pepsi Center. Ball Arena, yeah, Rick Ball Arena, yeah, that's what it's called now. Not after Rick Ball, but it's called Ball Arena. That's a nice place. Good scoreboard there. Good fan base. Good atmosphere. Um, Always enjoy going to Colorado. One of my favorite states for sure. Just love the Rocky Mountain atmosphere there. It's a good time. Although obviously you're very high up though, so that could be a bit of an issue. Trying to adjust to the height because you're so high up there, so that could be a bit of an issue. But Utah was nice as well. I went skiing in Utah when I was there for the Mammoth Games. So that was a good time. I'm trying to remember what ski range we went to. Brighton. Yeah, I went to Brighton. Ben Pope went there too. I remember when he was covering that trip, he went skiing. I wasn't there when he was skiing, but that's always a good trip. Are you rooting for Carolina or Vegas? I'm just here, so I'm sorry if you've already said it. No worries. Thank you for being here, by the way. Carolina. Yeah, I am definitely rooting for Carolina. There's no debate there. There's no question marks there. Like it's definitely Carolina. Yeah, I wouldn't say Vegas is. They're definitely near the bottom of the list in terms of like how I'd rank teams. And how much I like them. Obviously, the Blackhawks are my favorite team, but as you all know, but yeah, I like the Canes. I like the Hurricanes. Like I'd say they're up there. I've never disliked the Hurricanes. Like there's nothing about the Canes that like rubs me the wrong way. Like I feel like pretty much any team you could complain about something, but the Hurricanes I've never had an issue with them. I've always liked them. They've always been kind of a top five, top 10 team for me. Just seems like a likable organization. A lot of players on the team I like. Although some people don't like them because I guess they get some complaints about maybe not being the most interesting team to watch sometimes because they do play kind of that the style of game they play is not always the most fun, but like it's effective and they win a lot, so you can't really blame them for utilizing it. They are more of kind of a defensive team, right? Where if they get a lead, they tend to sit back, and maybe some people don't find that entertaining, low scoring hockey. But Hasn't been the case in this series. It's been a very high scoring series, actually. So that's what kind of been nice to see about it. You don't see a lot of Stanley Cup final, matchups that have been such a high scoring series. Normally Cup final matchups are very low scoring, because teams at this point of the playoffs are, they're so well structured. They don't really give you anything. They don't make a ton of mistakes. And but no, like this final has been like ping pong hockey, just back and forth. So, but yeah, Vegas is definitely amongst the teams I dislike the least. So yeah, definitely not rooting for them. Yeah. Definitely preying on their downfall for sure. Yeah, hate watching Vegas for sure. Who are you rooting for? Yeah. I think most people want Carolina to win. Like if you had to do a poll or something, like I think, NHL fans, I bet you it'd be like 90% in favor of Carolina. Maybe that's a bit pushing it a bit much. Because there are a lot of teams that like are have massive rivalries that Carolina feels like. It feels like there are not a lot of teams that like have a vast dislike of Carolina. There are a lot of teams that can't stand Vegas, right? Like there are a lot of teams that have bad luck of Vegas. I feel like Carolina, there aren't many. Like there are some for sure, but and fan base in general, like I feel like most fan bases despise Vegas. I can't think of a single fan base that doesn't. Um, Whereas Carolina feels like feel like Switzerland to me. Like Carolina's Switzerland, they're neutral. Um, yeah, like if you don't like them, I feel like a lot. You probably don't dislike them either, right? You're kind of down the middle with Carolina. Not a lot of emotions towards them for most people probably. So, um, and yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it'd be a better story too. I mean, 2006, it'd be 2 decades since their first and last win. Rob Brind'Amour played on that team, and then he could now win as a coach. Jordan Staal, he could go off a cup, right? He's been captain of Carolina for a while, and he could go out with a cup. He did win a cup in '09 at Pittsburgh, but that was 17 years ago. I have to think that'd be one of the longest gaps between cup wins, 17 years. Like I'm trying to think, that has to be close to record if he does end up winning it. To go 17 years between your first and second, potentially last cup. Um, but yeah, like I think Taylor Hall as well. A big fan of Taylor Hall, Blackhawks legend. I'd like to see him go off a cup. Um, Taylor Hall has always seemed like a likable guy to me, right? He's been around the league a lot. He's been a journeyman. I love to see him get a cup, right? He's had a lot of injuries, had a lot of bad luck in his career. He's kind of been a suitcase. I'd like to see Hall win a cup. I think that'd be great. I'd be all for that. Carolina, yeah, yeah. You despise Vegas. Thank you. I'm glad. So that's good. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Oh, so my friend is a Carolina fan. Okay. Yeah. No, glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. Carolina doing their little storm surge tradition. Carolina's interesting mascot there, Stormy. I don't know what that is. Is that a pig? I think Stormy's a pig. What is Stormy? I need to look that up. Stormy. A lot of these mascots are just like random creatures, man. It's hard to like know what they are. I also don't know like what he has to do with. I guess if your team's named the Hurricanes, like there's only so much it could go off of. Like you can't just have a hurricane be your mascot. So, Stormy Hurricanes mascot. He is an ice hog. Okay, that's interesting. So they're copying the Rockford Ice Hogs. Yeah, Stormy's an ice hog. Huh. Well, did their minor league team used to like? Didn't they have a? Weren't they the Hogs before the Rockford Ice Hogs? I don't know, something like that. There must be a nod to them. Huh, that's interesting. And I think what's Vegas's mascot? It's like a lizard or something. Vegas, yeah, Chance, right? Yeah, not Chance the Rapper. It's like Chance the Lizard. I think that's the Vegas Golden Knights mascot. Um, yeah, two of the mascots in the game for sure. None of them hold a candle to Tommy Hawk, that's for sure. Rod Brind'Amour looking super locked in on the bench. Brind'Amour is an intense looking guy, man. Like that's not a guy I want on my enemy list. Like he just looks like it. Just the look in that guy. He looks like a mob boss. Like Rod Brind'Amour looks like an Italian mob boss. Like he just something about that guy. I don't know. Like I would not want to be on his op list. That's for sure. If I was a if I was playing for that guy, I'd probably scare the shit out of me. I mean, to be fair, I think Torts probably would too. Torts definitely seems like a hard nosed coach as well. Definitely more old school. So, um, yeah, I think both coaches are probably pretty hard to play for, but also like very rewarding too. Like they're definitely coaches that get behind their players, and if you put the work in, like they'll get behind you and they'll be there for you. So those are probably the coaches you want. Like you want coaches that are good, that are going to be willing to push you and to get the best out of you as a player. Um, I think those type of coaches you should want. So hopefully Blashill can be that for Chicago. That'd be nice. Anyway, we finally got the anthem. It's only 7:20, 20 minutes after the designated start time, and we're just now doing the anthem. These puck drops are just absolutely egregious, dude. Just takes them so long to get going. But at least we only have one anthem to do. That's a nice thing about no Canadian team. There's only one anthem to do, the American, and we get underway. The past couple of years, they've had to deal with two anthems. So, yeah. Also, I believe the Carolina Edmonton finals are like the longest distance between two teams. Or sorry, the Edmonton Panthers finals the last 2 years for this one. I think Edmonton, Florida was like the longest distance between two teams playing in the Cup finals. So Carolina Vegas that's pretty far too, to be fair, but not quite as far. Anyway, we're getting underway here in a bit. Let me get the clock ready. Let's see how well I do at managing the clock. I feel like I haven't always been good with that, so I'm gonna try to do a better job of that in this game. See if I can actually like be accurate with it. If the clock ends up still being an issue, like I might just stop at the clock and just do the periods because having to like start and stop the clock all the time is kind of annoying. So I don't know if I'm gonna keep doing that or not. Like we'll see. Like I'll do it as long as I guess I don't know it makes sense to do it, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep doing that or not. We'll see. Anyway, Bussy in net for Carolina. I believe it's his third game of the playoffs. Like I said before, Anderson's been in net for the vast majority of this postseason. Although he's had a bit of a hard time in the finals, so they've switched goaltenders. Which, by the way, like I don't think that's happened very often, where you switch goaltenders in a cup final. Like your main guy's gotten you through 3 rounds, and in the cup final, your guy's struggling. You have to go to your backup. Like that's probably not ideal, but you gotta do what you gotta do. This time of year, it's do or die. So, you got nothing to lose. So, I mean, you got everything to lose, but you know what I mean. Anyway, we're about to drop the puck here. Let's see. I think Carolina, you got to feed off this crowd here. You got to set the tone here for Carolina. Take advantage of this home crowd. Try to play with the lead if you can. Get the early lead. That'd be ideal for Carolina. All right, drop the puck. We're underway. The puck has been dropped. Carolina wins the opening draw and they dump it in. Jack Eichel pressuring the Carolina defender there. We got a board battle here down low. Carolina comes away with it. Chatfield clears. Here we go. Ehlers possessing the puck. He whiffs on it. Just trying to put it back to the point, but whiffed on the play there. Here comes Eichel. What's he going to do? Going to dump the puck in here. Finds a pass, looking for Stone. Nice win there. I believe that's Jackson Blake. Good job to kind of strip the puck from Stone. All right, Carolina's got possession now. Trying to break out the other way. Could have a 2-on-1 here. Not quite. They shot it off. And they turn the puck over. Vegas dumps it back in. Am I behind? Oh, never mind. Thought I was behind. I guess not. Maybe there's normally like a 30-second stream delay, but I think we're good. All right. Vegas down low, trying to get the puck out here. Here they come the other way. Oh, look for the first shot of the game. What Vegas misses, and that should be a whistle. What's the betting in this game? That's over under 6.5. That shows you how high score in this foul has been. Normally you'd assume a 5.5 for the over under. 6.5 over under for a cup foul game. That's pretty crazy. I think Carolina may have gotten away with a call there. Eichel didn't like that. Maybe thought he got slew foot or something. I'm not sure what he's complaining about. All right, Vegas wins the ozone draw. We keep it in. All right. Carolina looking to get the puck out. Vegas keeps it in. Got a board battle. There's been a lot of that in this series, that's for sure. All right. Oh, good forecheck by Carolina. Might have a chance here. No, Vegas shuts it off. Good forecheck, though. Carolina's such a good forecheck, man. Very good at pressuring the opposition into a mistake. They're just an aggressive team, man. They play the right way. That's why they're here. All right. Vegas looking to break the puck in here. They dump it in. Bussy out to play the puck, turns it over. Vegas might be able to generate something here. Another board battle. Who's going to come away with it? No shots so far. About 3 minutes in. Carolina's just eating the puck on the boards here. Surprised they didn't blow the whistle. Puck was stuck there for like over 10 seconds, but Vegas comes away with it. They turn the puck over. Carolina should be able to get this out. They do. All right. Theodore possessing the puck for Vegas. Goes behind his net. Looking to break the puck out here. Trevor's at the Sox game. Weren't you at the Sox game yesterday, too? Are you just going to every game of the series, Trevor? Is it still delayed? Last I checked, the Sox game was delayed. Is it delayed right now? How's the Sox game going, Trevor? I need to check in the Sox. They won yesterday, 2-1. I believe they're top of the division right now. I believe so. I think they're 36 and 31, which is good to see. And the Cubs are like fourth in the division. Yeah, the Sox are running Chicago baseball right now. How about that? By the way, chat. Yeah, what's that? What's the ratio at in terms of Sox Cubs fans? Who's a Sox fan? Who's a Cubs fan? Where are we at there? I'm a Sox guy. Everyone knows that if you've been watching me for a while, but I wonder like what the ratio of my followers subs is. I would venture to guess it's probably more Cubs fans, but um, I could be wrong. Anyway, Vegas pressuring. Carolina come back the other way. Oh, Vegas, Carolina finally got the first shot of the game. Only took 4 minutes. We got another shot now. Got some ozone pressure here. Oh, we got a Cubs fan here. Yeah, there we go. Cubs fan, but I'm also their biggest hater. You're saying you're also the Cubs' biggest hater, so it's like a love-hate relationship. I think a lot of fans have a love-hate relationship with their favorite team, right? I can relate as a Sox fan, man. Like the last few years, well, this year's been good, but the last few years before this year has just been absolute ass, man. It's been, I mean, I haven't really watched that much because just the team's just been so bad, but they've really turned around this year. I mean, they have a new management now. They've gotten, some good young players, good prospects. They got Murakami, who's unfortunately injured now, but they have a promising farm system, and they got a bright future now. Definitely got something to build around. They got the two Montgomerys. How about Braden Montgomery RBI walk off there the other night? That was pretty awesome to see. Well, Carolina's really pressuring now. Carolina's had all the chances so far in this game. I think they've had 2-3 opportunities here. Vegas hasn't really had any good looks so far. Carolina definitely has had most of the pressure so far. They've looked like the better team so far. Lightning. So there's still a delay at the Sox game. Yeah, because there's a bad storm in Chicago, folks, right? I think it's going to get worse as the night develops. But yeah, like last night, too. Like I had a hard time sleeping last night because I just kept getting woken up by the lightning. Like it was bad. Like I can't recall a time I've, heard that intense lightning before. Like it was kind of scary. My dog was pretty freaked out by it. She was kind of, cowering with me. The cat, too, was pretty freaked out. But um, I think it's going to be worse tonight, too. But hopefully it won't impact the power lines. And hopefully the stream will be okay. I'm just hoping I don't lose power at some point. But I think we should be all right. They got the hockey game on the big screen. Really? They got the cup game on there. Nice. So you're watching the Stanley Cup final game on the guaranteed rate scoreboard. How about that? That's pretty cool. Got a nice scoreboard there. I mean, they upgraded a few years ago, and it's pretty big there. G-rate doesn't get enough credit, man. Like G-rate's a nice ballpark. Like I feel like it gets disrespected a lot. G-rate. Like it's not Wrigley, but it's a nice ballpark. Like I would say it's middle of the road. Maybe not top half, but not bottom half either. Like it's down the middle. Best food. Like G-rate has the best food. Like anything you could think of getting there, they have it. Just all the options you could think of in terms of food. I mean, it's Chicago, so like you better have good food. But um, no, it's a great experience there. Good tailgating too. It's a good experience, especially night games. Night games are much better. I think it's better than okay. Nah, I don't think so. Good location too. Although I do wish it was facing the skyline. It's kind of missed opportunity there. We got the time matched up now. All right, 14:05 in the first. Carolina's had all the shots so far, all two of them. Vegas hasn't had any shots so far. Carolina's definitely had the better first period in the series. Vegas has been better in the second. Third's been kind of even. Do we have something here? Looks like we got a whistle for something. I think we got a call here. Brandon doesn't look happy about something. I think you're watching the wrong game there because the score is, I've checked, the score is definitely 0-0 from what I'm watching here. I think you're watching another game. Yeah, it's clearly 0-0, game 5 here. I think you're watching the wrong game. NHL app says 0-0 too, so I'm not really sure. Or if unless it's a troll, I'm not sure. Anyway, back underway here. Oh, let's remember the clock. Drinking game every time I forget the clock in this. That's probably going to happen a lot. I have not been good at managing the clock. Anyway, Carolina's got possession. Hey, oh, is that out? Is that going to be delayed game? I think Ehlers may have put that in the crowd. This might be a penalty. Yeah, Ehlers just threw the puck out. Vegas got a power play here, delay of game. That's like the worst penalty you could take, man. Let me get the clock back, underway here. I'm a bit behind. That's like the worst penalty you could take is delay a game. Because there's such thing in hockey as good penalties to take. That is definitely not one of them. Like if I'm a coach, like that shit would just piss me the hell off. I love this Geico commercial with the AI Blackhawks and Stars. The most unrealistic thing is the Blackhawks are winning this game against the Stars 4-3. And yet they're celebrating a hat trick in Dallas, but they're down 4-3. Like, Geico did not get the realism right with this commercial at all. I don't know what Geico was thinking with this one. Got a little message there. I'm back at it. What's the vibe check, chat? How are we feeling tonight? Who we got tonight? Who do we got tonight? Council is a double agent working for the Brewers. Yeah, Brewers are leading the division, right? I need to check back in the standings here. Cubs got to a good start this year. But ever since the White Sox series, they've been an absolute disaster. They did win 9-3 today, but yeah, they had like a 10-game losing streak there for a bit. They've kind of sorted out since then, but they had a really bad run. I think they've sorted out. They're 35-34, so they're still 500. They're fourth in the division. They're 7.5 games behind the Brewers. But I remember when they were right with them. That's 7 games. That's a decent gap now. But yeah, ever since that Sox series, it's just like I don't know what happened to them. I can't believe the Sox are leading the division, man. I think it's the first time in 4 years that they've been first in the AL Central, I think. That's nuts. Hopefully they can stay up there. We'll see. Well, it's good to see. It's definitely we needed it as White Sox fans. It's been a really tough past few years. So, fellas, the White Sox might be coming out of the rebuild before the Blackhawks. That's crazy. All right, Vegas power play. Vegas power play, utter woke nonsense. All right. Carolina wins the draw, though. Might get a shorthanded look here. Kane's got a good penalty kill. Although Vegas has a pretty good power play. Although it's not been good in this series. If Vegas' power play is 1 for 12, that's going to need to be better. If they want to win the cup, they're going to need to get some power play goals. Eichel. Oh, what a pass. Oh, man. What a pass by Jack Eichel. And Vegas has got on the board. I believe that was Pavel Dorofeyev with the snipe from Jack Eichel. What an absolute play by Jack Eichel. That was beautiful. Yeah, I mean, Dorofeyev, he's going to score on that all day. One of the best shots in the game. How many goals is that for Dorofeyev now? He's got over 10 at this point. How many assists for Eichel? Is that what number 19? What a pass. That was beautiful. What happened to Slavin, though? I think Slavin lost his guy, or maybe not Slavin. Who's the other defenseman out there? Was that Chatfield? Somebody lost their guy. Marnook or Stahl. I don't know who should have been on him there, but Dorofeyev slips through, and Vegas has the 1-0 lead. Just a loss in coverage there for Carolina, and I forgot the clock again. Jeez. Shocker. But yeah, 1-0 Carolina. Their first shot of the game, and it goes in. Only took them one. They're getting another chance here. Another chance here. Good D, though. Good D. Carolina shuts down that play, but it looked like they're going to get another chance there. Here we go. 2-0 for Carolina. They could respond right here. Oh, what is that pass? Put the puck on net. 2-on-1, bruv. Put the puck on net. For me, if it's a 2-on-1, you take the shot. 75% of the time. You got to be shot first. You got to be selfish. Take the shot. That's a missed opportunity for Carolina. Really a missed opportunity there. That's big for Vegas, man. On the road, you want to get the first, man. You want to take the crowd out of it. You want to get momentum on your side. Take some of the confidence out of the home team. It does feel like this has been one of those playoffs of being on the road has kind of been an advantage almost. It feels like the road team has been a lot better in these playoffs. I don't know why that is. Maybe not for these teams, but for a lot of teams, it seems like they've been playing better on the road. Maybe less pressure, you know. Maybe the home crowd adds some pressure. I don't know. It's interesting. But yeah, what a play there by Eichel. Dorofeyev, yeah. I mean, how is Vegas going to be able to keep him? He's got that expiring contract there, Dorofeyev, RFA. I wonder, you know, I brought this up before, but could be an offer sheet guy, you know, just saying. I think you'd have to give up a first, second, and third, and that'd probably be what, a $9 million plus deal. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't say he'd be like my main target, but like, you know, could be a guy to consider on the side. I don't know. Marner. Oh, big stop there by Bus. He needed that one. Vegas almost had a second chance there too. Marner looking to add to his point totals in this one. What's Marner at now? I think he's at 29 now. He's been on one. I don't think he had anything last game though. He may have had. I think he had a point. He had a point last game. Yeah, he did. Obviously, the game 3 was when he had the hat trick in the 4-point game. What sucks is we were paying Bregman all this money to be average, and he's locked down at 20-30. That's rough. Yeah, they got a good roster. Like, that's why they should be better than they are right now. It's definitely been disappointing. I mean, they were in the playoffs last year, and like I think they expected to win maybe not win the division, but be top 2 this year. You know, be in that kind of wild card conversation. From my understanding, that was kind of expectation. Obviously, the Brewers are going to be an issue. They always are. But probably after then, they probably should be second, I'd imagine. I mean, my baseball knowledge isn't the same as it is of hockey, but I think people expect them to be number 2 this year in that division. The White Sox were not expected to be 1. I can tell you that. The White Sox were absolutely not expected to be number 1. We'll see if they can stay there. To be fair for the White Sox, it's not a very good division. Like the AL Central is kind of ass, but hey, you take advantage of the breaks you're given. And like to be fair, the Sox have been good teams. Like they just beat the best team in baseball in a series. Like they've been beating good teams. They beat the Cubs in the series they played. They've been good against their division. Like it's not like they're like frauds. But the analytics too have been good too. So it's not like they're just on a PDO bender or something. I do think it's sustainable. I'm not saying they're going to win the division, but like I don't think they will. But I don't see why they can't be in the wild card conversation. Like I don't see why they can't do that. The pitching does worry me. They got hitting, but the White Sox got bats. The pitching's a bit sus. They got some promising pieces in the pipeline, but that's probably the weakness you could look at. The bullpen's thrown away some games. But they have, they got the bats. They got the bats. So that's probably the most important thing. You need to get those runs on the board. Anyway, back to the game. Yeah, because between Montgomerys, Vargas, Murakawa, they got guys there. Braden McNabb, 6 assists in this series. Damn. He's a defensive defenseman, too. Canes by million. Hope so, man. They need to lock in. Canes need to lock in, man. Not ideal to be playing from behind here, but it's only 1 goal. It doesn't seem like the leads that matter in this series, have they? Like, no lead has been safe in this series. Like, both these teams have had multi-goal plus leads and blown them. So, like these games aren't over till they're over, Like, no lead is safe in this series. It's how tight it's been. Because both teams are momentum-driven. Like, they both score in bunches. Like, both teams are capable of scoring 2-3 goals in, like, consecutive shifts. That's just how they're wired. So, they just need a couple shifts to kind of get their swagger back here. Oh, clock. Yeah. I think we're at 9 minutes. Yeah. How about Nikita Kucherov winning the Hart? I don't know about that one. I mean, I understand why they don't want to pick McDavid every year because, like, he is the best player in hockey. There's no doubt about it. So, like, but you don't want to just let McDavid win the Hart every year. So, but yeah, like, if we're going off of who should have won it, like, I think McDavid was more valuable to the Oilers this year than Kucherov was to the Lightning. But that's just my opinion. And Kucherov had a very good year, don't get me wrong, but I wouldn't say he'd be my number one pick for the Hart this year. It's not like he hasn't won it, too. Like, he has won the Hart, what, once or twice before? I think it's a second Hart win. I think 2019 he won it. Well, let me look that up. Although there was a couple of years ago he was shafted. I think 2024 he was shafted. So I guess he kind of won that one back. Because I think McKinnon won it that year, but probably should have been him. Let's see, Kucherov. I'm not saying he didn't deserve it, but like he'd probably be like number 3 for me. As much as I hate to say it, like I hate to say this, chat, but like Celebrini did deserve like all the votes he got. Like it pains me to say it, but like if we're talking about like most valuable players to his team, it's hard to think of one who's more valuable besides like McDavid to the Oilers. Pains me to say that, but it's true. To be fair, I think Bedard would have been that conversation if not for the injury, because he was doing the same thing, and the injury killed his year. Like I do think he would have been in that conversation if he never gets injured, but we'll never know. Hopefully next year, right? Yeah, Kucherov won the Hart in 2019. Okay, so it's a second Hart win, and we're back underway here. As much as I hate Vegas, everyone needs to give McNabb props. Hospitalized and came back the next game. He had the best medical I've ever seen for a broken nose, and God knows what else. Yeah, the fact that he's even playing right now. Last game he had the shield on, and I'm sure obviously he still has it on. I'm sure, but yeah, like it just shows how tough hockey players are too, man. Like any other sport, that type of injury, they'd be out for the series. He's a tough cookie, man. We block so many shots, man. He's definitely a stereotypical defensive defenseman. He's very physical. You definitely have to have your head up when McNabb's on the ice because he's going to be looking for you. Physical player, block shots, good defensively. Those are the guys you need this time of year, right? He's kind of their Chalmerson. Not the same player, but sort of the best I could do there in terms of a Blackhawks comp. Oh, Vegas getting some chances here. Carolina locked in. They had a good start, but like ever since Vegas got their goal, it's been all Vegas. I think they've had every shot since then. So Carolina really needs to lock in here. They need to get going. Because the confident Vegas is hard to beat, man. Like once they get going, it's like it's hard to stop them. Yeah, they just got hot at the right time, man. Like I did not expect Vegas to get this far. I'm not gonna lie. Did not see this coming. Oh, Carolina, there we go. Got the response they needed. I missed it. I was looking at the screen, but Carolina's answered. We have a 1-1 game. There we go. That's what we need to see. Is that Jordan Staal again? No. Or wait. Yeah, it was Jordan Staal. Again. How many goals does he have in these finals? Okay, shot from the point. He gets a tip. Nice tip. That was a Bertuzzi-esque goal. Just net front. Just the tip. Right place, right time. It's like a Zach Hyman goal. Nikolai Ehlers with the assist. Just good vision there. McNabb probably should have had the stick on him, though. He kind of, yeah. I was just praising McNabb, but like he probably should have had him there. Staal was able to kind of get behind him in coverage and was wide open. Easy tip for him. Good stuff. We have a 1-1 hockey game. Big for Carolina. Need a response there, and they got it. Sixth goal of the series for Jordan Staal. How about that? And we're only 5 games in. I mean, most players don't get 6 goals in an entire playoff, let alone one series. That's a cup final in 5 games versus Vegas. Jordan Staal, he's putting in his case for the Conn Smythe at this rate. I do wonder who gets it. If Carolina were to win the cup, I do wonder who would win the Conn Smythe. Because with Vegas, there's no debate. Like, it's Mitch Marner. If Vegas wins the cup, it's Mitch Marner. I've talked about this, but I may as well talk about it again. Because as the series develops, obviously we'll get more of a clearer picture here. The debate could change. But for me, it's Mitch Marner if it's Vegas. If it's Carolina, I feel like there's like a few guys you could say. I hope it'd be Taylor Hall. I'd love to see Blackhawks legend Taylor Hall get it. I believe he still leads them in points, but the way Jordan Staal has been playing, though, especially in these finals, like, and he's the captain too. Like, I could see him getting the nod. He doesn't have as much points, but like, he's so good defensively. He's so good in the draws. He's just such a complete guy. Great penalty killer too. Like, I could totally see Jordan Staal getting it for Carolina. I feel like it's either going to be, if it's Carolina, it's either going to be Taylor Hall. I could see Stankoven getting it. He has like 10 goals, and And especially for guys 5'9", you know, they have 10 goals in the playoffs, pretty special. Putting that size myth to bed, you know, that small players can't get done every year. Then, you know, that myth is proven wrong, but you still see GMs pass on, you know, small players in the draft, you know, for 1980s reasons, which is pretty funny. But yeah, I think, you know, Jordan Staal is probably a top 3 guy for Carolina in terms of, you know, Conn Smythe picks. Anderson would have been the running like prior to the series, but like he was pulled because he's not been good in these finals, and now Busty's in. But he was great the first 3 rounds. Slavin's been good. Blake's been good. Like the first line guys have been kind of quiet, and they've been good defensively. But like Aho, Svechnikov, Jarvis, like they don't really have a ton of production. Jarvis did have that OT winner in this series, but otherwise he's been kind of, you know, not super noticeable, you know, compared to what you'd expect from him. Aho's actually been, you know, pretty decent this series. Oh, Vegas had a chance. Good block from Carolina. Another block from Carolina. Like Vegas, they get a lot of that. It's good defensively. Good structure. Another good game so far. I mean, it's not a surprise this time of year. They better be good games, but oh, here's a chance here. Dorofeyev, man, what a play there. Had a chance on Bus. He wasn't able to bury it. Good backhand look there. Showtime-esque with the backhand. He's been so good for them, man. Another guy that kind of came out of nowhere. Vegas is just one of those teams that seems to be able to insert any player and they just immediately find success. Like, just it says a lot about the coaching there, just the system, management. Say what you will about Vegas, like they're a really well-run team. Like you can't deny that. The fact that they've come in as an expansion team and from day one they've been competitive, and there's not a single year they haven't been competitive. And they missed the playoffs one time. The 1 year they missed it, it was like by the skin of their teeth. And they had injuries that year. It's actually Eichel's first year of the team, I believe, is the year they missed the playoffs. But they had so many injuries, to be fair. But yeah, it's like they've just really like the management there. It's just they've been able to find the right guys through trade, free agency. It hasn't been through the draft there. It's been the opposite. They just find established guys, they insert them in the lineup, and just it works every year. They find a way. I mean, they've also found some loopholes with the salary cap and stuff. But hey, you know, you gotta find a way to exploit those loopholes, and they've done it. So you gotta give them credit. I mean, you know, as much as we hate on it, like you gotta give them credit. All right, Vegas glazes over. I don't know why I'm glazing Vegas right now, but I'm done glazing Vegas. I'm gonna get back to glazing Carolina. Yeah, it just feels like a Carolina. It's like they've been so close to this core, man. Like they've been so close. How many conference finals have they been to and lost? And it's the first year they get past the conference finals. It's like if they lost this would be devastating for them. Like Vegas, they're only 3 years removed from that cup. It wouldn't be as devastating. Like they weren't supposed to be here. Vegas wasn't supposed to be this far. They literally fired their coach in March, and here they are. They were like an 8 seed. Like they've already surpassed, not 8 seed, but they were like, you know, they were a low seed. They've already surpassed expectations, right? Like, of course it would still hurt, but like they have Eichel, they have Marner, they have still like they'll be back, you know. Not saying Carolina won't be back, but like they've come up short so many times. It's like if they lose this, like it would definitely be way more devastating for them. Because it's been a long time, right? It's been 2 decades, and I feel like with them, I feel like there's lesser chance of them being back versus Vegas. Although, with that being said, though, I do think the West is tougher than the East, so they could be back. It would hurt for both teams to lose, obviously, but I think it would hurt more for Carolina because they had such a good season too, right? They were best team in the Eastern Conference. You know, pretty straightforward path. I mean, they were literally 12-1 to get here. I mean, if you have a 12-1 record to get to the Cup and you lose, like that'd be pretty devastating. So hopefully they don't. Vegas has been a bit of a tougher road, right? Like they've also kind of steamrolled through their opponents, but they've had a bit of a tougher time because they had those 6-game series versus Utah and Anaheim. Then they swept Colorado. Like it wasn't an easy sweep though. Like it was a close sweep. Kind of like the Hawks when they beat the Sharks 2010. Like they swept them, but like the games were all close. Carolina, every series at this point has been kind of easy. You know, no offense, but like, you know, they had the sweep versus Philly and Ottawa, and the 5-game series versus Montreal was a little tougher, but not really that much tougher. The only reason it was really close because they had such a long time off compared to Montreal. Every game after game one was pretty straightforward for them. So yeah, Vegas has definitely faced, I would say, tougher opponents, which I think it's probably a good thing for them. I think it's probably helped them. Like Vegas is definitely by far the hardest team that Carolina's faced in these playoffs. Whereas for Vegas, it's like they've already faced a bunch of hard teams, you know. But they're probably similar level as Colorado. Sox game canceled. Set for August 11th before they play the Cubs. Huh, that's a long time to reschedule a game. I guess that makes sense. I mean, these schedules, it's hard to find. 162 games, it's hard to find days that work for that. Hopefully they beat the Cubs again when August comes around, right? I was happy to see them beat them in the Crosstown Classic a few weeks ago. That was a great series between the Sox and Cubs. That was a great series. That was good baseball. I went to the one game the Sox lost, of course, by luck. Got the clock again, but that was a great series. It had been a few years since the Sox last won the Crosstown Classic. I think it had been since 2022 or something. So it's good to see him win it. About 4 minutes left, 4:20 left here about the first period. 1-1, 7-4 shots for Vegas. Winner of this game will take the lead in the series and the chance to win the Cup Saturday. We'll see who has that advantage. It's amazing what every single game this series has been razor thin. Like, you'd think there'd be one game where there's like a clear better team, but like every single game has been like 50-50. Like, you know, coin flip each game. Like, I can't recall a final where it's just every game has been this close. It's been really good. And maybe too, just because I wasn't expecting it. Maybe that's why I'm enjoying it so much, just because like I kind of thought this final would be compared to recent finals. I thought it might be a bit more lax, but boys, I'm definitely wrong about that. A lot of good stories too. Like, I know the two teams like aren't maybe the most historic, tradition-rich teams. You know, they're both Southern teams, but like there's a lot of good storylines from both sides. You know, you got Torts on Vegas coming in, you know, end of the season. You got Mitch Marner looking to exercise his Toronto Demons. Carolina got Brenda Moore looking to win as both a coach and player. There's a lot of good storylines on both sides. A lot of players you'd like to see, you know, win here that have never won it too. All right. Carolina dumps in about 3 minutes left here. Clock's a little behind, but they'll catch up. All right. Vegas come back the other way. Pretty easy stop there for Bussy. All right. Vegas come back the other way again. Looking to get that lead back. Shot. Missed the net. Anderson pinches. Rasmus Anderson down low. Could be an off-season target there, maybe, per chance. The Hawks want to add a veteran defenseman in their back end, which I know Davidson said he's targeting that. Could be a guy there. All right, Vegas breaking out here. About 2 minutes, 20 left. They dump the puck in. They get the deflection. Bussy plays the puck. Tries to clear it. Now they do so. Carolina should clear this here. They do. Come back the other way. 1-on-1 here. Vegas shuts it off. All right. Carolina breaking it out. They dump it in. Pressuring down low. Good forecheck here. Should be able to get possession here. They turn over. Vegas dumps it out. All right, Carolina dumps it in. About 1 minute 30 left here. 8-5 shots in favor of Vegas. Yeah, there's been a lot of shots in this period. Only 13. Although it's a cup game, so like, you know, you don't see as many chances. Like regular season, you see a lot of like 30, 20 shot games. Playoffs, it's mostly like 20, 20, you know. You don't get as much chances for both teams. Here we go. 2-on-1 here for Vegas, potentially. Eichel missed the net. Stone Eichel down low, looking to get some pressure here. And that's offsides. Need to get a refill of water. 5 straight games with a goal for Jordan Staal. Damn. He's only the 5th player to do that. Cyclone Taylor. What a name. Maurice Richard, John Beliveau. I can't pronounce that name, but another Canadian, Jordan Staal. Only 5 players have done that. One of them's that's crazy. I'd like to see Jordan Staal get a cup here. I know he's got a cup before, but because Eric Staal has one of Carolina, right? Eric Staal won a cup of Carolina. It'd be good to see Jordan get one with them too. He's been there for so long. How long has he been there? I think since 2012, right? 2013, something like that. He's been the captain there for a while too. It'd be cool to see him get a cup of them. He did get a cup of Pittsburgh back in 09, but he hasn't won any of Carolina. All right, whistle, 33 seconds left here. I saw that comment, Trevor. No, Jordan Staal was not on the 2006 Hurricanes. You're thinking of Eric Staal. Eric Staal was on the 06 Canes, but Jordan was on the Penguins. Yeah. He was drafted by the Penguins. I think he was second overall, right? I think 2006. Yeah, he was in the Tays draft, right? I think Jordan Staal was in the Tays draft. It was Eric Johnson, Jordan Staal, Tays, I think. Don't quote me on that. By the way, no disrespect to Eric Johnson, but the fact that he went first overall before Tays, I think St. Louis probably regret that one. Even Jordan Staal. Jordan Staal is great, but like he should not have gone before Tays. Tays probably should have been the first overall pick in 06. Hawks are fortunate he dropped to them. Third overall pick, just like Anton Frundell. Anton Frundell was the next Jonathan Tays confirmed. Already 23 hits in this game, damn. Been a very physical series. I mean, no surprise. It's a playoff Stanley Cup. You're going to see a lot of physicality. Ozone draw here for Vegas. About 10 seconds left. Maybe time to get one more chance. Oh, is that another clear? It's another delay of game for Carolina. What are they doing? This time, Keandre Miller just clears the puck in the stance. It's the second delay of game they've had this period. That's a disaster. Brind'Amour, that's going to piss him off in their mission. He's going to be throwing chairs in that locker room. I don't know what Miller's doing there. I mean, 5 seconds left in the period. Like, just go off the boards. Glass. Yeah, puck, I think, was rolling a bit. They could call him off guard there. But that's just unforced error right there. Like, those type of penalties you just can't have in these games, man. I remember 2021, I think, Toronto, Montreal. Mitch Marner had, like, a really bad delay of game late, and that cost Toronto. Back when Mitch Marner wasn't a playoff performer, but that was because he's with the Maple Leafs, and he's been free from Toronto, and now all of a sudden he's a dynamic playoff player. Love to see it. Happens with every Maple Leaf, man. I mean, Phil Kessel, Kadri, every Maple Leaf becomes elite in the playoffs once they've left Toronto. It's pretty funny. I bet you the same thing happens to Austin Matthews if he leaves. Like, wherever he goes to, like, it'll be the same situation as Mitch Marner right now. It's a Toronto thing, man. It's just that atmosphere, that environment there. The media is it's just such a toxic environment there. Like, when it's happening to every single player, like it's not just the players, you know, there's clearly a systemic issue there. Here we go. Intermission. That's the end of period 1. We'll be transitioning to the second. I have an intermission first. PK Subban, man, what are you wearing? What is this guy wearing? He's got like this black top hat. He looks like he's like a Red Dead Redemption 2 character. Like, what is he wearing? Looks like he's going to go to like the saloon. He's going to the Wild West saloon to play poker or something. Meanwhile, Mark Messier is looking like Lex Luthor. It's an interesting trio, man. I definitely prefer the TNT crew. Just like meshes better. I feel like ESPN one, just the chemistry is just not the same. Like the TNT crew, like they feed off each other really well. Like they complement each other well. ESPN one's just, I don't know, it's just not quite the same. The Hockey Hall of Fame is in Toronto because that's the closest they'll get to lifting it again. Yeah, they need the duplicate cup there to appease them because it is a duplicate cup that's in the Hall of Fame, right? It's not the actual Stanley Cup, obviously. The actual cup is like attended to, and there's someone's job is literally just to take care of a Stanley Cup. Like that must be the best job on earth, man. You just get to like take care of the Stanley Cup every day. It goes with him everywhere. I forget the guy's name. I don't know if he's still doing it. It might be somebody else now. I think the old guy may have retired. Like what a job that is. You get to go with the cup every day, especially like during the summer, like when every player in the winning team has their day at the cup and they just get to go with them. And it must be a pretty fun job. I bet you he's paid pretty well too. I mean, it's being in charge of the cup. Yeah, like that guy's getting paid pretty well. What a life that is, man. Like, can you think of a better job? I would say another good job I'd say is being like a bullpen guy, a bullpen coach in MLB. Literally, all you do is just sit down and answer the phone calls, and then let the pitcher know to start warming up. Like you get to watch 162 baseball games, and then just like, oh, you just pick up a phone. Oh, we need to get this guy warming up. Okay, Bregman, go start warming up, or whoever. Um, what a job that must be. You just get to watch. You just get to watch baseball all year, and like it's not like you're really doing much. Like you're just told to tell guys to start warming up. That's it. I'm sure there's more to it than that. Like obviously, I'm sure there's more to it than that, but it looks pretty basic compared to most coaching jobs. It's like, what are you coaching if you're a bullpen coach? Like, yeah, I don't know, put 70% on this pitch. Yeah, I don't know. Let's try the breaking ball. Yeah, now let's try the fast. Like, what are you even coaching? Like, I like these guys don't know what they're doing. Like, I don't know. That is my favorite game of all time. It's so good. What's your favorite game of all time? Yeah, I've been to the Hall of Fame. Good place. Been there a few times because I have family now in Toronto, but like the Toronto area, Burlington. Burlington's a city in Canada. It's not far from Toronto. It's by like Mississauga. So like I used to actually like I know this is gonna sound crazy to say. I actually kind of used to be a Maple Leafs fan. Not like a fan, but like when I was a kid, I was like first getting into hockey. I kind of they were kind of my second team because like I cheered for them initially because like I have family there. My cousins were there, so like I supported them. But then as I become more of a hockey fan, I kind of discovered the history and the lore. Um, 2013 changed me. Like, I saw the Leafs choke in 2013 as a 10-year-old, and yeah, I'm like, yeah, I can't. This can't be my second team. Like, I've never seen anything more embarrassing in my life when they choked that game 7 versus Boston, and I made a good decision to stop being a Maple Leafs fan. Not a fan, but like they were kind of my backup team for a while. But yeah, that was a decade ago or 13 years ago now. That's crazy to say. And yeah, it's just been a disaster since then. Like that 2013 series has just been a precursor for everything that's happened since. Like, I mean, 2017 they lost first round, 18 they lost first round, 19, 18, 19 both the Bruins too. 2020 they lost in the COVID series versus Columbus, I believe. 2021 they lost to Montreal in the first round. 2022 they lost to Tampa in the first round. 23 they finally won that playoff series just to lose in the second round to Florida, the other Florida team. 2024, they lost again, the 4th time in the first round of the Bruins. 4 times in 11 years, they lost to the same team in the first round. They just constantly getting cucked by the Bruins. The one good thing about Boston is just the fact that they just constantly cucked the Maple Leafs. So like I do thank them for that. 2025 they won a series and then they lost again to Florida in round 2 and now they're you know now they're they're kind of in a retool. Although pretty quick retool because they're going to have the first pick very conveniently. They're the first year they missed the playoffs in 10 years and they get the first pick. Very interesting there. When they lose Mitch Marner, oh here's a guy McKenna. Very interesting stuff. I forgot what I was talking about before that. I feel like there's something I was talking about, but I forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, the Hall of Fame. Yeah, Hall of Fame is really really good. And it's been a long time since I've last been there, but definitely I enjoyed my experience there being the Hockey Hall of Fame because I used to play in some tournaments. When I was playing travel hockey, like I played in some tournaments in Canada that kind of took place in Toronto. So I stopped the Hall of Fame a few times. So yeah, good times, good times. Those were tough, man. Like those tournaments in Canada, because like those Canadian teams are a little bit better than us. So yeah, those were some tough times. I remember like there was a tournament I played in, and we just killed every single game, just absolutely murdered. Like, oh, these Canadians are maybe a step above us. Yeah, I don't know. Not so much now. I think the tides are turned since. I mean, finally got that Olympic win, and I think the U.S. I would say they're on the same tier now. I mean, juniors they kind of cleared them in recent years, and the men's side they've caught up, and I would say U.S. is on level playing field with Canada now. I think they're pretty much even. I mean, Canada's actually kind of struggled a bit in international tournaments lately. I mean, they had the Four Nations win, but like, who cares? It's a Four Nations. Like, it's a Mickey Mouse tournament. In the World Juniors, they haven't been good in the World Juniors the past few years, and I mean, they got the silver in the Olympics, but like, they lost to us obviously, and I don't know. It's just they're not just dominating anymore. Like, they definitely have more competition, and I think the U.S. has kind of gotten on their level now. They still have more players than the NHL, but like, it's not a very big gap. Like, I'm gonna check. I think it's like I need to check the percentages of Canada U.S. players in NHL. I always like tracking this stuff, but like the U.S. are definitely catching up. Like Canada still has the most, but like it's not by a wide margin. I don't think. Let me see if I can find this. Quan Hockey's a really good site for this stuff. Okay, Canada has this past year they had what is this? Oh, that's all time. It's not this past year. What's this past year? I want all time. I want just this season. Let's see. Yeah, Canada had 42%. US had 27.8. Okay, so they still have 50% more. But like that's not that much. Like I remember Canada, they used to have well over half the players in the game. Like now it's like 40%. Like the number is definitely coming down. And you think of the US and the population discrepancy, like eventually, like if the game keeps growing the way it does, you'd think eventually they would pass them just because Canada's smaller. And obviously, it's like hockey's obviously the biggest sport in Canada. So like they have that advantage, whereas in the US, it's like number four. But you would think eventually, like the US, if it keeps on this kind of trajectory, you think eventually they would pass them. I don't know. That might be a long process, though, right? But look at how much the gap has already closed. Like compared to like 2 decades ago, like it wasn't even close. Like Canada, like was on another tier, like only a few years ago. Like the last 15, 20 years, it's like it's come down a lot. Which is you love to see it. You love to see it. I mean, hockey's not even our sport, so yeah. Catch up with the chat. Oh, Red Dead. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's my favorite game too. Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah. That's a great game, man. It's the one game I've like replayed. Actually, I've replayed a few games, but like it's the one game I've replayed multiple times. Like I've replayed GTA. Um, I've played 4, 5, and San Andreas. I've replayed the Watch Dogs series. I like the Watch Dogs series. More so the first and second games. I thought Legion was kind of disappointing. It wasn't bad, but I would say of the three Watch Dogs, Legion was the most because like it had so much hype. Like you could play as any character. Like I thought it was gonna be like the coolest game ever, and it was just kind of meh. I mean, it was also in Europe, so like, that probably didn't help it. Wasn't in the U.S. So, but like, I liked the first game because it was in Chicago, so that was pretty cool. I liked Aiden Pierce is a pretty cool character. He kind of gave me Batman vibes. I like the idea of like being a hacker, and I like the story in Watch Dogs too because like it's like a classic revenge story. And I know it's cliche, but like, I love those stories. Um, and this is a good gritty Chicago feel. Like Watch Dogs is a great game, man. I feel like it's a game that didn't get enough credit. I think people are starting to give it credit now, but like because it is a game I think like maybe didn't live up to the initial hype, but like people are now realizing how good of a game it actually was. The second game was good too in San Francisco. That was a good game as well. I do prefer the first game, but I think the second game was very good too. But yeah, I would say Red Dead Redemption 2 is probably my favorite game of all time. Just the realism, just you could do anything in that game. The attention to detail, the story, like nothing beats the Red Dead Redemption 2 story. Like it's the one game that's literally made me cry. Like the ending with Arthur, the high honor ending. I did the high honor. You could also do the low honor. I haven't played the with low honor, but I always got to do the high honor. But um, just the story of Arthur, like he knows he's dying, and in his last days, he's like doing all these, acts to kind of redeem himself. When they call it redemption, right? Um, he's like trying to help out his gang, right? Because obviously Dutch Vanderlyn, he's kind of the toxic, lead of the gang, and like he's kind of pulling everyone down, and he's one of those guys that he'll do whatever it takes to, I guess achieve success. But I mean, obviously that hurts a lot of people along the way, and kind of brought a lot of people down. I think just got a bit too in his head, and I think you saw as well, like as obviously the game goes along, and you lose more and more people. It has an impact on the game and the gang as a whole. And Arthur kind of just slowly realizes that Dutch is just losing his mind, and he and John are kind of working together to kind of try to save the gang members and like kind of get everyone out of it. Great game, great gameplay too. Great gameplay. Um, nah, it's one of those games that like you can replay it multiple times and have a different outcome too. There's always something different that you'll notice every time you play it. Because a lot of games get repetitive, they get boring, they get old. But like Red Dead Redemption 2, like it always like maintains like your interest. There's always something to like look out for. There's always something new to kind of discover. It's great. It's just so much going on, man. Like I feel like every time you play, you discover something new. Like just the developers, they thought of everything. Like I mean, they even, I mean, if you check the horses, I mean, I'm not saying to do this, but like the horses, it's like they literally modeled the horses like area. I won't go into detail, but like they thought of everything with that series. It's crazy, dude. Um, yeah, it's great. And GTA obviously is a classic. I'm looking forward to six. I don't even know. Like, when is six even coming out, man? Like, I feel like it was supposed to come out late this year. I don't even know if it still is. Was it delayed again? Was GTA 6 delayed again? I think it was. Let me check. I mean, was it supposed to come out like a year ago? I remember the initial trailer, like in 2023. I remember they said like 2025, and then it got delayed, another year. And I don't even know what it is now. I think it was supposed to be late this year, but like, didn't it get delayed? Didn't it get delayed again? Oh no, no, it says November 19th. I guess. I mean, that's what the AI is saying. I don't know if that's accurate. But I think that was already like wasn't supposed to be early. Wasn't supposed to be in the summer. I could have swore it was supposed to be the summer. I hope it actually does release on November 19th. Like, it better not get delayed again. Like, it's been 13 years of this. Like, but yeah, on GTA 6, I'm looking forward to it. I will say though, the fact that we had to wait this long for it does kind of cause me some worry to where it's like we have such high expectations of this game. I mean, it's been a long time, not just since five, but since Rockstar's Red Dead Redemption 2, that's 8 years ago. Like, we've been fiending for this game. And I just wonder, like, the expectations can be so high. Like, can it live up to it? Like, I feel like we're gonna expect this game to be perfect, man. Damn near perfect, considering how long we had to wait for it. I just hope it doesn't flop. Like, a part of me worries it might not be what we think. Because I do know the Rockstar team is a lot different now too. Like, they have different people working on it. I don't know if it's the same people that worked on five. I think it's still going to be a great game. Don't get me wrong, but like, part of me is worried, especially since they've had to delay it so much too. Like, what's up with that? Maybe it's just perfectionizing and making sure it's perfect, making sure it's ready to go. But like, dude, you've been working on this game for years. Like, if you have to keep delaying it over and over again, like that can't be for good reasons. I don't know. Maybe I'm tweaking. Maybe I'm tweaking. But like, a part of me is, I think it's gonna be great, but part of me is a little concerned. Um, but yeah, I'm very curious to see when it does come out, like the impact it has on like the economy and stuff. Because like what that week that GTA 6 comes out, like the amount of people that are gonna like request time off that are gonna be sick, like. Like the country's gonna collapse, and the country's not gonna function when it comes out because nobody's gonna be working. Everyone's gonna be getting their hands in the game and wanting to play it. Yeah, like I don't know, like I'm very curious to see like what impact it has on like the country. I know it sounds crazy to say, but I do think GTA 6 could have a crazy impact on the nation when it initially comes out. Yeah, I don't know. Because people are just going to be locking themselves in their homes for a week, just grinding it. Well, a lot of people are going to be doing that. Yeah, I know that's a great point too. Like, even for me, like I don't game as much these days. Like I still do, but like I mean to be fair, I'm more busy. I'm doing more stuff. Like it's not like I'm, in school anymore. Like a kid. So like I don't feel like I should be gaming as much. But like I still do. Like when I have a moment, at the end of the day, like when I'm done with everything I'm doing, like I still like to put on the game every now and then. And but yeah, it's like I don't game as much these days. Like and there are a few games I play, and there's really no games looking forward to it. That's the only game I could think of that's coming out in recent, soon here that I'm looking forward to and that I will purchase. Like I don't really buy games anymore. Like I play a couple racing games. I really just play the games that like I've played in the past. Like I don't get new games anymore. Like, I just play the same. I play Red Dead. I play GTA, Watch Dogs occasionally. I play Chell, obviously. I play F1, but like that's really it. Like this is really the first game I actually look forward to. Purchasing in a long time. So it's like it better be good. And like it's not. I think I'm the only person too. It's like, because it feels like the last few years there hasn't really been much that's come out. Um, at least maybe I just haven't really noticed it because I haven't been paying attention as much. Because I just haven't been gaming as much. But like, yeah, like it does feel like if this game doesn't go the way that it's expected, yeah, that'll definitely hurt the industry a ton. Um, hopefully it does. Hopefully it does because I think we need a a big time game again. Like it's been a long time. Also, too, like why has GTA never come to Chicago? What's up with that? They've done New York, they've done LA, San Fran, Los Angeles. I think I got them all. Like, why have they never come? Yeah, Miami. Why have they never come to Chicago? I mean, it's the third biggest city in the nation. And like Grand Theft Auto, I mean, it's Chicago, man. Like, I don't think there's many other cities that have more like of a history of like, the gang culture, Al Capone, you know, Chicago's got such a history, such a reputation. Why the hell have they never come to Chicago? I don't know. That's very interesting. A GTA Chicago game would absolutely slap. Imagine doing a, imagine doing like a heist at the United Center or something. Ugh. I don't know if the UC be in the game. They probably pick Wrigley. Normally they don't do all like the stadiums of a city, right? It'd probably be Wrigley or Soldier Field or something. They probably wouldn't bother to put the United Center in. Maybe they would. I don't know. When Watch Dogs was there, they did like I think it was like a hybrid of Wrigley and Soldier. They didn't have the United Center there because they really just did the downtown Chicago. Like Watch Dogs didn't model the whole city; it was just downtown. But Rockstar, like wouldn't just be downtown. They'd probably do a good chunk of like the rest of the city too. Anyway, we're back to the game here. All right, second period underway. 1-1 hockey game. Vegas has a power. I forgot the Vegas power play. Yeah, because Carolina, they put the puck out play literally as the period expired. I completely forgot about that. So yeah, Vegas is starting this period with a power play. They're 1-for-1 so far. Yeah, they did score in that first power play. It was Dorofeyev from Eichel. Yeah, so they're 1-for-1 so far. Before that power play, I think they were like 1-for-12 or something. Like before that power play, they've done nothing in this series. I did say as they're on the power play, they're going to need to get something going on the power play if they want to take advantage here, and they did. So see if they can do it again. All right, Mark Stone to the point. Mitch Marner shot. Oh, missed the net there. Looking for a deflection. Carolina should clear this. They do. They're scared the power that Chicagoans bring. Chicago just has too much aura, man. Too much aura. All right. Vegas got possession back here. Marner. There we go. Eichel. Shot. Bussy shuts the door. Sharp angle shot for Eichel there. Wasn't much he could do about that. Vegas keeps us in. Here comes Hurdle. Hurdle to Eichel. Slapper. Missed the net. Here comes Dorofeyev. Controlling the puck. Down low to Hurdle. Finds Eichel. Eichel surveying his options. Seam pass. Looks for Dorofeyev. Can't connect. Dorofeyev behind the back pass to Hurdle. Hurdle behind the back pass to Stone. Stone back to Eichel. Probably going to go the point here. Yes, he does. Marner. Finds Stone. What's Stone going to do? Net front. Oh, good stick there. I'm not sure that was, but good stick. Eichel should get another chance here. Marner. Shot. Looking for Dorofeyev there. Wasn't able to convert. Vegas had a few missed nets in this power play. Gotta get some pucks on Bussy here. Oh, what a pass by Hurdle, but wasn't able to connect. Carolina should. Yeah, they do get out of this. Good kill for Carolina. They just about kill it off, but Vegas had a lot of chances, though, must be said. But good kill by Carolina. It should give them some momentum to start this period up here. All right. Carolina dumps it in. Hart controls, finds his defender, breaking this out. Here comes Vegas the other way. So Trevor, so like the Sox game's canceled. Like, how does that work? Like, I imagine if the game's canceled, like they refund your tickets, right? Do they give you an option then to like go to the game that was the date that they reschedule it? How does that work? Because like the game that they reschedule, it's not until August, so it's not like it's like I don't know, in the next few days. I don't know how that works. I imagine they have to refund you, right? Because the game didn't happen. So, I don't know. All right. About 3 minutes into the frame here. 17:08 in the second. Shots 9-6 Vegas. You could also say 6-9 Carolina. Nice. Very nice indeed. Carolina dumps the puck in, and that's whistle. You can hear the rain outside. I'm not sure if you guys can hear it, but it's storming quite a bit outside. A lot of rain, lightning. Hopefully it doesn't impact the stream. I can definitely hear a storm outside. A storm, you could say, is brewing. Carolina Hurricanes reference. That means the Hurricanes are going to win this game. There's a storm outside. There you go. The gods are favoring Carolina here. Oh, this is Chicago. We're not in Carolina. It's not Carolina, but Chicago is favoring the Hurricanes here. Oh, opportunity for Vegas. Good stop by Bussy. Nick Dow with opportunity there. Shot from the point. Carolina blocks it. They should get this out. Yes, they do. Go stumps us in. Vegas Coggle and reassess here. Oh, Stahl cuts it off. Should get a chance here. I'll take the shot there. Stahl is looking for a man in that front, but don't look like there's much there. Probably should have taken the shot. Vegas has outscored the Canes 9-1 the second period in the series. That's quite a deficit. We'll see if Carolina can have a better second here. So basically, the Hurricanes are the Blackhawks in the second period in the series. The Blackhawks, like all year, are like, we're good in the first, fine the third. Absolute ass in the second. I have no idea why that was, but that seems to be the Hurricanes in this foul. They have good first period, good third, bad in the second, for whatever reason. I don't think taking a Blackhawks approach is the right strategy for them. It's a bold one. We'll see if it pays off for them. Dodgeball reference. Go-to movie. All right, Canes clear this. These body armors are good, man. Not to keep plugging free ads here, but good drink. All right, 15:26 in the second here. Game settling down a little bit here. Not quite as fast-paced as the first was so far, but we'll see. Most points without goal. Stanley Cup final history. Eichel is 11 without a goal. Damn. I assume that's on the road because like he does have multiple goals in these playoffs. I'm not really sure what that is. I assume that's on the road. 11 assists on the road. Now, Eichel's been an Apple merchant. Like he has 2 goals, 19 assists, something like that. It's a crazy stat line. Meanwhile, Howden's the opposite. Howden has like 14 goals, 3 assists or something. He's gotten a lot of goals from Marner because he has a lot of apples too. Hart attempts to clear this. Been a better game for Hart so far, but he doesn't really have much to do. He's only faced like 6 shots, so yeah. Carolina's been kind of, for their standards, they haven't had a lot of chances. Like normally Carolina, they pepper you with chances, but like this game, they haven't really got much going. Vegas has kind of shut them down so far. They have a chance here. I think this will be ice or offsides, yeah. Oh, bit of a shoving match here. But yeah, 10-6 shots. I mean, we're almost halfway through the second period, and Carolina only has 6 shots in this game. For their, I mean, that's low for them. I mean, normally they're got 30 plus shots. That team. Yeah, they haven't really had much going offensively in this game so far. I think Vegas has been the better team so far. Carolina's got to get their head in the game here. I mean, it's the tie game, but not that Vegas has way more. I mean, Vegas only has 10 themselves. Like both teams haven't really generated much. I mean, only 16 shots apiece, at least 16 shots ahead of the net. Well, that's the caveat, right? Like, how many chances in the series have we seen where, like, the chance has been blocked or deflects wide or whatnot? So that's not really 100% representative of how many opportunities there's been. This time of year, like everybody's blocking shots. Like regular season, like you might only see your defensive defenseman, get in the way in lanes to block shots. But like playoffs, you need all 5 guys on the ice willing to sacrifice their body. Anyway, Carolina come back the other way. I'll never forget, I believe it was the 2013 series, Blackhawks Bruins. I believe it was Gregory Camper, or Campbell, I should say. I believe he broke his leg during a shift versus the Blackhawks, but he stayed out there, completed the shift because he was trying to block like the shots in the point. It's like, imagine that in soccer. Like soccer, the guy would be flopping on the ground, looking for a call, looking for a flag. But Campbell's out there, his broken leg, and like he's still like completing the shift, trying to block a shot. It's like, my goodness, man. Like these guys are just built different. And yeah, like look at McNabb, man. Like takes a slap shot to the face, put in the hospital, and here he is. I remember, what was it? I think it was 2022 in Stamkos. Like he missed like all the playoffs. But he came back for one game, one shift. He goes on the ice, he scores a goal, leaves, refuses to elaborate, doesn't come back for the rest of the final. But yeah, the one shift he played in those playoffs, with a shield on, injured, scores a goal, leaves, his team wins the cup. He was like the kid that year that got named the group project, did absolutely nothing. He put his name on the slide, and yeah, there you go. Funny stuff. I always like in the playoffs too, and like after the playoffs are over, or like after a team's eliminated, you'll hear like the entire laundry list of like injuries that like these players went through. Like I believe like last year for the Panthers, like how many guys like, and we saw this year, like Barkov missed the entire year, and Tkachuk missed half the year. Like their entire team was like playing injured basically versus the Oilers. It's like every year, it's like, you play through anything this time of year. Like, unless it's a concussion, if you're able to play, you play. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't really matter what you're dealing with as long as it's not something that, like, will impact, like, I guess, you to a greater, impact your career or something. Like, you will play through it. If you're able to skate, and walk, you will be on the ice in the playoffs. Not in the regular season, of course, but the playoffs, pretty much anything goes. Like, yeah. If you're sitting out with an injury, like it's literally unplayable. Something that literally like you cannot play. Just built different, man. And the World Cup coming up. Not that I'm a soccer guy, but I know that's coming up. When is that? Let me check it. World Cup. Any soccer people in here? I don't know how our chances are. I don't know what our team's looking like. I assume we're not one of the favorites. I assume it's some European team. I have no clue. I do not pay attention to soccer. Oh, tomorrow? Does it start tomorrow? What? That came up quick. Is this an actual? This is like a pre-match game. Is this like the actual thing? Yeah, it looks like the U.S. plays Paraguay at 8 o'clock tomorrow. I think that's how you say that. I can't even pronounce the country right. Well, we probably lose that. That just sounds like a team that's probably good. I don't know. I don't pay attention to soccer. I have no clue who's good or not. Brazil is always good, right? What's his name? Who's the Brazilian? I can name a few. I know Ronaldo. I know Messi. Honestly, that might be it. I don't know shit about soccer. I only pay attention during the World Cup. That's the only time I pay attention. Oh, I could totally forget the clock, by the way. Jeez, how far behind am I there? Oh, wow, I'm like 5 minutes behind. Whoops. Let me reset the clock here. Okay, we're at 13. Yeah, we're 13. All right, clock is now back to where it should be. It was like 5 minutes ahead. But yeah, U.S. plays Paraguay. Should I do a World Cup stream chat? Yeah, no. That is not happening. Then they play Australia on June 19th. Why is there such a gap? There's a week gap between their first and second game. What's up with that? Is it always like that? And then they play Turkey on the 25th. There's a 6-day gap there. What is this schedule? Oh, maybe it's always like that. I don't know. Also, like, do they switch time of years too? Because I remember the World Cup of 2022 was during the winter time. It was in like December. So why is it during the summer this year? I mean, if it's at the U.S., I guess that's why. I just answered my own question. That's interesting that it'll be a different time of year depending on what country it's in. It's in Miami, right? I think it's in Miami. That sounds right. I'm totally displaying my lack of ball knowledge here. Pulisic, yeah, that's the only U.S. player I can name. Pulisic, yeah, that name sounds familiar. Didn't he have like the winning goal last year or something, or not last year? The World Cup of 2022, like didn't he have a big moment? One of those games he had a winning goal. I don't know. They actually did pretty good in 2022. Like I think they made it to like the final 16, not the Sweet 16, but like the round of 16, whatever. I think they lost to the Netherlands. I think they lost to Max Verstappen's country. Yeah, but yeah, like they drawed against Britain, which is crazy. The fact that they tied Britain in the World Cup. Like how embarrassing is that if you're Britain? Like you should absolutely destroy us in soccer. Like that's literally like your sport. Like we don't even care about soccer. Like imagine like we went to the UK and like we played an American football game and it was a tie. Like we probably just ceased to exist. Like the country would no longer exist. Like the US would go back to being Britain. It would go back to being Britain. Like that'd be so embarrassing. Like no wonder you guys lost a Revolutionary War to us. Can't even beat us in soccer. How embarrassing is that? The US will always mog Britain. We own them. It's like we're like the Boston Bruins and they're the Toronto Maple Leafs. It's just like every time we always destroy them. Doesn't matter what it is. Let me pull up the full schedule here for the World Cup. So we're with who's the other? Yeah, Paraguay, Australia, and Turkey. That's our little that's our division there. When do they determine that? It must be like some rankings or something. Anyway, back to the hockey game. Why am I talking about soccer? Jesus. 11:25 in the second, about halfway through the period, almost. Looks like William Karlsson looks a bit shaken up on the bench. I don't know what his deal is. Must have taken a puck in an awkward spot or something. William Karlsson, one of the original misfit members of the Vegas Golden Knights. He was one of the few members of the original expansion team that's still left in the team. He was also with them in 2023 when they won that cup. Oh, he's leaving the game. Karlsson's leaving the game. Oh, that's a big loss for Vegas. A big loss for Vegas. No pun intended. I missed what happened to Karlsson. I don't know what happened to him, man. If it was a pit or took a puck awkwardly or, I don't know, collision. Something happened to him. I don't know. John Tortorella doesn't look happy about it. All right. Ozone draw here for Carolina. We need to get some shots here, man. Like, I feel like I can't remember the last time Carolina's had a good opportunity. Like, I feel like they've been stuck in the same shot total for like a long time now. I feel like no team's really gotten good look. Like Vegas had some looks in the power play in this period, but that's about it. Like nobody's really generated anything in this period. Here comes Carolina. Maybe they can get something going here. Hart recover. Oh, big collision there. Stankoven. Carolina like that. Now there's another scrum. Another scrum. My God, that storm is raging out there. I don't know if you guys can hear it at all. But yeah, it's storming quite a bit outside my house. North side of Chicago. I will not dox myself any further. You guys do not need to know where I live. Chicago. That's all I'll tell you. Chicago. Stankoven got lucky his head didn't hit the ice there. That could have been bad. It was after the whistle, too. Like, I don't know why Lazon needed to be doing all that. I seen the box for that? Yeah. Is Carolina going to get a power player? Yeah, they will. Yeah, because, like, he was just, like, putting him on the ice after the whistle, like, for no reason. I don't know what he's doing there. That's just a dumb penalty. Oh, Torts ain't going to like that. It's a bad penalty to take if you're Vegas. Like, you can't afford that. Especially when you kind of been the better team. Like, you've kind of quieted Carolina down here. Just a dumb penalty to take. Now you're giving a power play, a chance to take the lead here. Like, there are good penalties to take, if that's not one of them. Like, if you're taking a penalty to prevent a goal, that's a good penalty. But, like, something like that's just stupid. There's nothing good about that. That doesn't accomplish anything for them. Anyway, 11:04 in the second. Carolina's got power play, a chance to take the lead in this game. Power play's been pretty good in the series. Yeah, they've gotten quite a bit going in this power play. Yeah, Stahl has that too. Been good in the faceoffs too. Look for another Stahl deflection or something, rebound. He's been kind of him on these power plays. Drop the puck already, dude. Thank you. Jesus. Vegas wins the draw. They will clear this. Canes 4 for 11 in the power play in this series. 3 straight games they got on the board. Golden Knights 75.9 the road, 90% at home penalty kill. All right. Not as good as the Hawks penalty kill. Blackhawks randomly had like an elite penalty kill this season. I don't know. They had the second best penalty kill in the league. Can you believe that? Oh, chance here. Hart's falling down. It's a battle in that front. Carolina comes away with it. Ehlers down low, the point. Ghost, what's he going to do? Take a shot here. Oh, nice pass. Good look for Jarvis. Hart covers. More Jarvis. Carolina getting some looks here in the power play. Aho had a shot there. Good block. Another block from McNabb. How many blocks does that guy have? And Hart was flopping around like a fish in that crease. Good look for Jarvis in the same kind of area. He scored that power play goal in game 2 overtime. Looking for another chance there. All right. About halfway through this power play for Carolina. See if they can get something going here. About halfway through the period, too. Yeah. All right. Carolina wins the draw. Stankoven. Shot here. I didn't reach the net. Taylor Hall. Oh, here's a chance. Oh, no. Jordan Stahl nearly net front. I don't know if he missed the net there or what, or if Hart stopped that. I think I hit the net. Good chance here for Carolina. They've had a few chances in this power play. Comes Jackson Blake. Oh, he gets shoved down there. Stankoven gets the puck to the point. Ehlers surveying. It's a lazy play there. Puck's out now. I don't know what he was trying to do there. Nikishin will reassess. About 30 seconds left in the Canes power play. Probably get the second unit out. Try to get something else. One more chance here. Oh, bad breaking. Yeah, Vegas shuts that down. Good PK for Vegas. They should kill off the rest of this power play. Maybe time for one more chance here for Carolina if he can get a clean break in here. They get the kill. Looks like the Canes fans want another call. They're going to get it? I think they're going to get another power play here. Potentially. Yeah, crowd's reacting. They got another call here. I think they got another call. Yeah, McNabb's had in the box. I didn't see what the penalty was. I have no commentary here, so I'm kind of guessing. Let me put the captions on. Yeah, probably should do that. Oh yeah, what is McNabb doing? It's a bad cross check there, and boarding. Not sure what he's doing there. For Vegas, you literally just kill off a power play. Now you gotta go right back to the penalty kill. That's rough. Now, if you're Vegas, you're not Vegas. If you're Carolina, you need to get something here. I mean, back-to-back power plays. You gotta get something. You can't go back-to-back power plays 4 minutes and not get a goal here. Yeah, big power play coming up for Carolina. Need to finish something here. They had some chance in that first unit, but not a lot of grade A's, though. They're kind of straightforward for Hart to stop. So they need to get some more traffic net front, get some screens going, get some deflections. Yeah, see if they can get something here. They have not yet had a lead in this game, right? Vegas had the first goal. They tied it pretty soon after, but Carolina's not had a lead yet in this game. It'd be nice to see them get one here on the peeper. Dude, these soccer scores are so funny, man. Like, I'm looking at this. Like the pre-game tournaments, whatever you call it. USA 1, Haiti 0. USA 6. What's Martinique? Why does that look like the French flag? I don't even know what country that is. 6-1. USA 1, Canada 0. USA 1, Jamaica 0. USA 1, Qatar 0. USA 1, Mexico 0. USA nothing, El Salvador 0. USA 1, Canada 1. Like these soccer scores, like they're like one goal. They're either 1 or 2 goal games. Like it's like impossible to score. I never understood that. Like why are there more goals in hockey? Like the goalie takes up most of the net. In soccer, it's like you have this massive cage to shoot at with a. It's like they hardly get anything going. I get it's a massive pitch. Like I know the field's massive compared to obviously the ice sheet in hockey, but like I've never understood why soccer's so low scoring. Like I don't know. Maybe I just don't know ball. And there's like hardly any shots. Like I remember like the USA Britain game in the World Cup of 2022. Like there were like I don't even know if there were 5 shots on goal that game. Maybe like there was hardly anything. Like how do people find that entertaining? I don't know. Teach their own, right? I see. See if Canes gets up in the power play here. About 8 minutes left in the frame. Canes have another chance here to try to get a goal here. And we're not able to convert on the last power play. I mean, the Vegas PK should be pretty tired here. I mean, he just killed off a power. I mean, they literally just killed off one previously. They did get a bit of a commercial break, but Aho. Surprised he didn't put that in net. Ehlers looking for a chance here. I'll keep away here, but I gotta get some chances here if you're Carolina. I can't be passing the puck around all day. Let's get some shots here. Svechnikov to the point. Got this fair to Svechnikov. Svechnikov, let's go. And Carolina's got on the board. Let's put a goal on the board for Carolina. 2-1 Canes. Carolina's got their first lead of the hockey game. They get the power play goal. That was big for them. They needed to get one on that power play. You know, they weren't able to score in the initial one fine. You get back-to-back power plays in a Stanley Cup game, you better score on one of them. Just good play there by Svech. Yeah, it's a screen there, you see. I think Lazon was kind of, I think Hart just kind of lost track of that, lost vision. And Svech goes bottom left side there. Well play shot. No, is that 5-0? Good chance. Good stuff from Svechnikov. No one more of a playmaker, but good to see him get on the board there. Yeah, needed something from him. He's been way too quiet. He's way too talented. Good to see him get on the board here. So that's, I mean, I think was that second goal of the finals, 5th of the playoffs. Yeah, second of the Stanley Cup. He's had 2, both of them come on the power play. Yeah, they needed something from him though. They need more from that top 3. Svechnikov, Aho, Jarvis. Jarvis did have that overtime winner in game 2. Aho's had a few assists. I don't know if Aho's had a goal yet in this series. I don't know if he has. They need something from him. But yeah, 2-1 for Carolina. It's big. Need a lead here. That should get the crowd really into it here. Takes in the wind out of Vegas' sails. McNabb, man, it's like you just kill off a power play and then you take that penalty. That's rough. Anyway, Vegas will look to get a response here. They've been good at that, man. Vegas has been good at getting responses. They've had a lot of comebacks here. Anyway, Carolina keep the pressure on. Yeah, that's what you got to do against Vegas. Like, you can't take a lead and then sit back. If you have a lead against Vegas, you have to keep the aggression meter up. You got to try to extend it. You can't be conservative against Vegas. It's going to kill you, you know? And Carolina hasn't. That's the way they got to keep playing. Because a lot of teams against Vegas, they've done that. They try to protect a lead. It's never going to work. You got to stay aggressive. Blackhawks have done that too much. Like, they'll get a lead and they just play a completely different brand of hockey. They play too passive. They play too conservative, trying to protect the lead. Just keep playing. Like, don't play differently, depending on the score. Keep playing the same way. I know easier said than done, but that's how Carolina plays, It's not like they take a lead and they just, they play a different style game after that, They play the same way through 60. Same team for period 1 and period 3, Anyway, Another board battle here in the Carolina zone. Carolina going to get this out. They do. Funny how we were literally praising McNabb earlier and he's fucking them over now. Yeah, I mean, ever since we praised McNabb, like he's been kind of ass. Not been the best game for him. Although, to be fair, he's playing kind of compromised, isn't he? The fact that he's even playing out there is, is impressive. But, oh, what a play. What a stick. What a stick by the Carolina defender. Who was that? That was nice. Marner had a chance there. I think, was it Gottisfair made that play? I think it was. Really good stick. I thought Marner had a good chance there. I mean, he's walking in on Bussy or Hart if he doesn't make that play. All right, good defense by Vegas to get out. Carolina's pressuring there. All right. Carolina dumps it in. About 5 minutes left in the frame. Crowd looks pretty into it. Vegas coming back in. Eichel. Chance here for Eichel. Good stick. Good defense. Carolina gets a turnover. Here comes Ehlers flying in. It's been a good ad for them. There we go. Chance here for Vegas. Oh, what a move there. Good stop by Bussy, though. Vegas had good opportunity there. Was that Theodore? Who was that? Or Howden? I think that was Howden. Howden's been so good for them, man. How many? 13, 14 goals for them. Yeah, he's been solid for them. There's always those random death players, man, who step up in the playoffs. Every year, there's always that random death guy. Howden's been that for Vegas. All right, Carolina pressuring here. I'm going to take these captions off because they're kind of covering the screen. It's annoying. Here comes Vegas back in. Crashing into Bussy there. I don't like it. Where's the whistle? Still no whistle. Thought Bussy had it covered. I guess not. All right. McNabb tries to keep it in. Can't. No, my screen just buffered. Let me get the game back. There we go. All right, Vegas has the ozone time here. Borbell down low. Carolina comes away with it. They should be able to clear this. Not good keep by Vegas. Shot from the point. Missed the net. Carolina should clear this. Yes, they do. Here comes Stanko. He's flying. Maybe an ISO here. Stanko misses. All right, Keandre Miller for breakout pass. Carolina dumps this in. About 3 minutes left in the frame. Shots are 12 apiece. 2-1 in favor of Carolina on the score sheet. Looking to take the edge in the series as well. They haven't led the series yet. Yeah, because Vegas won game 1. The Carolina won game 2. And Vegas won game 3. And then Carolina won game 4. Yeah, they've just been trading them off. So yeah, that would buck that trend, right? Because based off of the pattern, Vegas should win this one. No teams won back-to-back games in the series so far. So that'd be a big win for Carolina, but long way to go. Long way to go. And Vegas can be relentless here. A chance here for Carolina. There's a look. There we go. Boom. Big time goal. Sebastian Aho. What did I just say? Who did I just say needed something? Aho. And he gets something. Big goal for Aho. He needed that, man. I think that's his first goal of the series, not mistaken. And it's now 3-1 Carolina. Huge goal. Huge goal. That's big. Carolina gets some Geico insurance here. 2-goal lead. Big goal for Aho. He needed that, man. Good forecheck. Walker finds him. Now down low. Just right place, right time. Picks his spot there. Top cheese. Not much Hart could do about that. Beauty. Beauty. Finally, a game where Carolina's getting contributions from their top guys, right? Both Aho and Svechnikov had goals in this game. They needed those guys to step up. They needed those guys to step up. Jarvis had that OT winner the other night. Yeah, it's his first in 6 games. Aho's first goal of the series. How about that? Good time. It's a good time for a goal. He'll take it. Better late than never, right? Better late than never. Aho's playoffs kind of remind me of 2013 Jonathan Tays. Like, he's not getting the points, but he's been solid. Like, he's been good defensively. He's been good at the penalty kill. Like, he's been effective, even though he's not getting the production. Like, I would say Aho's playoffs reminds me of 2013 Tays. Because, like, 2013 Tays didn't get a ton of points either, but he showed up when they needed to. Like, he was good in the finals, was good defensively, good in the PK, shut down the top players. That's what I was doing. Aho's shutting down the top players, and he's showing up when he needs to. You know, he's doing just enough. All right, Carolina, shot from the point. Carolina, Vegas looking to clear here. Get the puck out. Not surprising. Aho's always been a very good two-way player, right? Definitely, prototypical first-line center. Guy who could be a point per game, but also be good in all assets of the game, all facets of the game. Definitely a guy with the stats don't tell the full story. Not to say his numbers haven't been good. They have been good, but he's definitely a better player than just the stats say, Because there are guys that put up more points than Aho, but he's always been such a good complete player for them. Another guy I'd like to see get a cup, Because he's been there for a while now. I think he's been there almost 10 years now. I think he has been there 10 years. Let me check. He's been around longer than you think. I think he was what? I think he was a 2015 draft pick, right? So he's been there for like a decade. Yeah, I think this is year 10 for him. 7, 8, 9. Yeah, year 10 for Aho. Yeah, we have 4 goals, 7 assists in 17 games before this. So that's now 5 goals, 7 assists, 12 points, 18 games. Definitely less than you'd think, but he's been good though. He's been good. The totals, the stats don't tell you everything. They don't tell you how the player is impacting the game beyond the score sheet. There's more to it than that. Does Taylor Hall still lead them in production though? I think he still does. Let's see, Kane's playoff stats. Let's check. I think Hall has like 16 points or something last I checked. Oh, this won't factor in today's game though. 18 points for Hall. Yeah, Hall has 6 goals, 12 assists, 18 points in 18 games. I don't think he has anything today, right? He has no assists today or anything? I don't think so. I think, Blake's tied with him. Yeah, both Taylor Hall and Jackson Blake have 18 points. Same stat line, 6 goals, 12 assists. Stankoven leads them in goals. He has 12 goals, 4 assists, 16 points. Healers has 14 points. Stahl has 8 goals, 4 assists, 12 points. Aho, 5 goals, 7 assists, 12 points. Jarvis only 4 goals, 6 assists. It's definitely less than you think for him. So yeah, I wonder for Carolina. I think we still got to see how the series develops. But I still think Taylor Hall is probably your favorite for the Conn Smythe. But I do think there's also a debate for Blake. I think, Stankoven has a debate. I think Jordan Stahl has a debate for based on how good he's been in these finals. I mean, before the final, he's kind of been quiet, but he's been really good when it matters. So yeah, I could see really any of those 4 guys if Carolina takes it. If it's Vegas, there's 1 guy and it's Marner. Carolina, there's 4 or 5 guys you could probably make an argument here for. Because nobody's really run away with it with Carolina. Nobody's really run away with this in terms of playoff MVP for them. It's pretty open ended, I would say. All right, about a minute left in the frame, 50 seconds. Let me get the clock back where it should be here. Oh, the stream might be a bit behind. And the stream is about 20 seconds behind, 30 seconds. No, wait, it's a bit behind. All right. Vegas wins their D-zone draw here. Oh, chance here net front. Good block for Eichel. Vegas should get this out. They do. All right. Vegas looking to generate something here late. About 30 seconds left. Maybe time for a couple opportunities here. Try to narrow that gap a bit. Got some work to do for them. 20 seconds left in the frame. Carolina going to clear this. They do. Vegas maybe time for one more chance maybe if they could get a clean break here. Maybe one more opportunity for them. No, Vegas turns it over. That should do it. Now do it for the frame. I forgot about the clock, damn it. All right. Second period over. 3-1 lead for Carolina, and Torts does not look like a happy camper. Torts does not look like a happy camper. His team's got work to do. Although they do say the 2-goal lead is most dangerous lead in hockey. They do say that for Carolina. So we'll see if they can hold on to it. See if they can protect that lead. But that's big for them. That's what you want to see in home ice. You want to have the opposing team playing catch up, playing from behind. Put the pressure on them. Perfect period for Carolina. It's good for them too, because like they've often struggled in the second period. You know, the second period has not been their friend. So good for them to have a good period there and take control of this game. You know, so I do think Vegas, for the most part, has been in control in this series. I think they've been the better team most games, but Carolina's definitely, you know, been the better team in this one. So yeah, good to see. Hopefully they can hold on here. Hopefully they can hold on. Take the 3-2 lead in the series. Put the pressure in Vegas's court for Game 6. They will have home ice for Game 6. Still a long way to go. There's still 20 minutes in this game. I shouldn't be talking like they already have a 3-2 lead. They got to finish the deal. 20 more minutes here, they got to finish the deal. But they've done everything right so far. You can't fault anything in their attack so far. They've been pretty much perfect. Like Vegas had a good start. You know, they got that initial goal in the power play, but it did seem like that goal kind of woke Carolina up because it's kind of been all them since then. Since that initial power play, it's been all them. 3 unanswered goals and controlling this game for sure. So see if Vegas has any answer for them right now. You know, doesn't seem like it, but we'll see what the third period looks like. How we doing, chat? Vibe check. How are we feeling? Do we think Carolina holds on? Does Vegas have a comeback brewing? Because they've had a lot of comebacks, Vegas. They've had a lot of comebacks. Can Carolina finish the deal here? Do they finish the deal? I say they do. I say they do. Oh, do we have more overtime though? We've already had 2 overtimes in this series. If Vegas is able to pull off a comeback, do we see some more extra innings in this series? Do we see a third overtime in 5 games? I hope not, because I just want to see a straightforward Carolina win. You know, no drama, just straightforward. You know, straightforward win, no drama. Let's not make this harder than it needs to be. These intermissions take forever, dude. Like, how long are they? 15 minutes. Why do you think the playoff intermissions are a bit quicker? They're definitely not. There's still a 17, 18 minutes. You know, live intermission. How are we doing, Chad? How's everyone doing this Thursday night? How are weeks going here? How's everyone doing? Been a good week for me. Been chill. Gotten a lot done. Got a lot of videos done. Got a lot of articles done. Got a lot of work done. So it's been a productive week. Good weekend coming up, right? Potential cup in the building game for Game 6. Well, there will be a cup. Yeah, no matter who wins this game, the cup will be in the building. Yeah, because somebody's going to have a 3-2 lead. So hopefully for Carolina. Hopefully the cup will be building for Carolina Game 6. And Saturday, chance to win the cup. World Cup starting up. I think F1's on this weekend too. I think F1's in Spain, I think. Barcelona this weekend. So yeah, pretty good weekend coming up for sports. Who are the White Sox playing this weekend? Check in the White Sox. Game today was delayed, or canceled, but Dodgers, yeah, there you go. They just beat the Braves, best team in baseball. So I'd like to see that from the Sox. How are the Dodgers doing? Probably good. Yeah, they're first in there. Yeah, no surprise. Ohtani. See how they do against the Dodgers. How are the Cubs doing? They won today. Yeah, they beat whoever it is they played. Like San Diego, maybe? I don't know. Don't pay attention to the Cubs. I wish it wasn't raining by me. Yeah, it's raining by me too. It's literally outside my house. It's like it's storming out there, man. Like there's lightning out there, there's thunder, there's everything out there. Um, yeah, it's definitely Chicago's definitely getting hit pretty hard these past few days. Um, I think a few places have lost power in the city. I think some flights have been canned. It's definitely definitely a stay safe type of vibe here. There's definitely a lot of intense storms going on out there. So um, I think it's getting worse too. It seems like it's getting worse out there. Um, hopefully, that won't impact the sleep tonight. It's hard to sleep when just hear constant booms every 5 minutes. So we'll see what happens there. What is Messi? Oh, Messier's doing it now too. Messier is like he's wearing Subban's hat now. Doesn't look right on Messier. Like Subban definitely wears it better. What are you doing, Messier? Ugh. Looks weird on him. Because Subban can pull off anything, man. Like Subban can pull off any fashion fit. Messier just doesn't look right on him. Hey, hopefully this weather gets a bit better here, man. It has been nice otherwise. I mean, temperature-wise, it's been nice. I mean, we're in early June here, so we're kind of, middle, early part of the summer here in Chi-Town. So it's kind of the time of year where it starts to get really damn hot out there. Because in Chicago, it feels like it's either really cold or it's really hot. And there's not much of an in between. It's hard to kind of find that sweet spot. Um, the summers can be pretty brutal in that regard. It gets pretty damn hot. The winters, too, pretty freezing. There's only so much. There's a small window in Chicago where the weather is just perfect, right? I'd say normally it's like that middle of spring, beginning of fall. It's like a couple short windows there where it's pretty much perfect. For me, I consider perfect weather like 60s of a breeze and light cloud cover. Like you don't want too much sun. You want enough sun, but like you want some cloud cover, some shade. I like 60 degrees of a breeze, light breeze. Not too disruptive. 60s perfect for me. 70s kind of when you start getting a bit hot. 50s kind of when you start getting a bit cold. Like 60 for a breeze, a bit of sunlight. That's perfect weather for me. What was the last movie you saw in theater? That's a good one. You just saw Backrooms the other day. Obsession before that. I'm gonna watch Disclosure Day within the next couple of days. That's actually a good question. I think F1. It's been a long time. I think it's been a year since I last been in theaters. I believe F1 was the last movie I saw because I'm a big motorsports fan. I'm a big fan of Formula One, so I enjoyed it. I mean, it wasn't very accurate. Definitely Hollywood, definitely bit extreme, bit of sensationalism. But it was a fun movie. Like the visuals were good, but the action was good. The story was a bit, I think the story was written by ChatGPT because I could tell he was an F1 fan. You're never going to see a 58-year-old who hasn't been in the sport for 20 years come in and win a race for a backmarker team. Like there's literally zero chance of that ever happening. But it was good. Like Brad Pitt's always he's always good, and I enjoyed the movie. Like it was as an F1 fan, it was good to see like the actual drivers featuring it too. Verstappen was in it. I think Hamilton helped direct the movie, so that was pretty cool. No, I enjoyed it. Also, I like how it paid homage to other racing series too. Like it wasn't just F1. Like they kind of paid homage to other racing series too. Like it's a motorsports movie too, not just an F1 movie. So I think that was the last movie I saw in theaters, which I enjoyed it. I couldn't say the last one before that, but yeah, it's been about a year. Um, I don't know what I'm gonna see next. Like, there's no really movie right now that really is a must for me to see in theaters. I did think about Obsession. I have thought about Obsession. That one seems pretty nuts. I've seen that meme a lot with the girl at the restaurant going, no, no, no. I have to use that for a Biok memes post. I think there's some potential with that. That could be a good template for me to use, but I haven't seen Obsession. Like if there's one movie out right now, I'd probably consider that. Maybe Backrooms. Um, Obsession, I might see that. I haven't. Yeah, for me, I don't know. It's like it might be relatable. So for some people, I don't know, people who've kind of been in, who've had crazy relationships. I haven't, so it probably wouldn't be a relatable movie for me. Um, and it might, I might see a movie like that and I might not want to pursue that. So I think I might stay away from that movie. I don't think I need to have that in my head. I know it's a movie, but I'm sure those movies are made for a reason, right? I'm sure there are people that could probably somewhat relate to relate to that situation like that where you get in a relationship with somebody, it's just you can just tell it's not going to work. Like it's just you could tell there's some you know um, yeah, but yeah, I would say otherwise there's really no, there's nothing out right now that I would say really has my attention. I will say I do want to see Supergirl when that comes out. I do want to see Supergirl. Um, Following up Superman, I think that comes out June 26th, I believe. I would definitely want to see that. Big fan of the actress in that movie. Yeah, I think I'll definitely see Supergirl when that comes out. Um, yeah, Millie, that's my girl. So yeah, I'll definitely see that when that comes out. What are other movies this year? I'm only in the movies this year. I would say more TV. There's a lot of good TV coming out. Good TV shows. I mean, I think House of Dragon. I believe the next House of Dragon season's coming out soon. I think end of the month. I think the Bear. I think the next season the Bear is coming out. Dexter Resurrection season 2 is coming out later this year, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. The Harry Potter, the new HBO Harry Potter show is coming out later this year. So there's a lot of good TV this year. Which I'd say in general, I've gotten more into TV shows and movies these days. I still watch movies, but definitely more of a TV show guy these days. Last year I watched a few. I watched Dexter last year. That's my favorite show. I love Dexter. That's an elite show right there. Obviously, you got your typical Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, those types of shows, Game of Thrones. What else did I watch last year? The Bear, Stranger Things. I watched Stranger Things last year. Um, yeah, I would say it was probably top half right there. You can't go wrong with The Office, obviously. That's a classic. Community's a good one. The League's good. Parks and Rec, Arrested Development. What else? Ozark. Ozark's a good one. Trying to think of some other ones. Those are the first ones that come to mind. Shoresy, of course. Letterkenny's a good one. You need to watch it. It was phenomenal. 5 stars from me. And I'm excited for the Odyssey and Spider-Man. Yeah, I should get back into Spider-Man. That's definitely one of those series I haven't gotten as much into as I probably should. I know I like it. I've seen it, but not all of them. Yeah, I probably should see that. Maybe I'll see Obsession. Yeah, if there's one movie I'd see right now it's out, it'd probably be that. I think I'll just wait for Supergirl though. I think I'll probably just wait for that in a few weeks. What other movies are coming out? I feel like there was something else out this year that interests me. I don't remember what though. There was something I remember. Let's see if I can find it. I feel like there was something that piqued my interest, but I can't remember what it was. Oh yeah, there's that Ryan Gosling movie. I don't know if it's still out in theaters, but it might not be anymore. Any movie with Ryan Gosling, I will see it. I don't care what it's about. That's just peak actor right there. Hail Mary. I haven't seen it though. Yeah, Project Hail Mary for Ryan Gosling. I might check that one out. Just because of Ryan. I don't even know what it's about, but I see Ryan Gosling, I watch. I don't care what it is. Literally me. And pretty much every Ryan Gosling movie is a banger. I mean, Drive's a classic. Fall Guy was good. I enjoyed Fall Guy. Notebook's kind of a guilty pleasure movie, I would say. Why am I blanking on Ryan Gosling movies right now? Barbie is all right. Let me look him up. My mind's not working right now. I haven't seen all of the Ryan Gosling movies, but I've seen most. Oh, La La Land, yeah. I'm not a musical guy, but La La Land's one of the few movies that's actually made me cry. I think that might be the only movie in recent memory that's made me cry. Not that I can relate to it, but it's just I don't know. It definitely pulled. I'm not really. I'm more of a logical. I'm not really an emotional person, but even that movie kind of got to my emotions a bit. Drive was. I love Drive. That was a classic. Blade Runner. That was good. Crazy Stupid Love. That's a funny one with Steve Carell. Let's see. Let's look. How much Ryan. I haven't seen all of them. I've seen most of the Ryan Gosling movies. Gray Man. That was a good one. The Nice Guys is under. That's an underrated Gosling movie. Hmm. His first movie, he had a cameo in Remember the Titans. He was like the bad football player on the team. He was like a terrible tight end or something. He wasn't in it much, but that was his first movie, I think. Ides of March, that was a good one. He was in Horrible Bosses? I don't remember that. I don't know if that's accurate. I do not remember seeing him in that. Maybe he was. I don't know. Let's see. What else? I think that's it. I don't think I've seen the other ones, but that's at least, it's over half of them. I mean, how many movies do you have? Like 30? Something like that? I need to see I need to see Project Hail Mary. Yeah. That's a movie I'd watch right now. Yeah. What's it about? I don't even know what it's about. I'm gonna check. I might check that right now. I don't even know. Science teacher Ryland Grace, I assume that's Gosling's character, wakes up on a spaceship with no recollection of who he is or how he got there. As his memory slowly returns, he soon discovers he must solve a riddle behind a mysterious substance that's caused the sun to die out. As details of the mission unravel, he calls on his scientific training and his sheer ingenuity, but he may not have to do it alone. Okay, that sounds pretty interesting to me. Yeah, I'd check that out. That sounds it sounds like interesting enough plot and it's Gosling. Sure. Yeah, there you go. 2 hours, 36 minutes. Yeah, decent length. Anything over 3 hours, like no, that's stretching it. But I have the attention span for that. I know a lot of people don't today because everyone has that brain rotted TikTok mind. But I have no problem sitting down for a long movie and not getting distracted. Like it's not an issue for me. Never has been. But some people struggle with that today. I don't know. I want to see the Odyssey. What's that about? The Odyssey. Project Hail Mary was also incredible. Definition, a feel good movie for me, just like Superman last year. Really excited for Clayface as well. We'll have to check that out. Of the movies you recommended, that's the one I'm most likely be willing to check out just because of Ryan Gosling. No other reason, just Ryan Gosling. Although the plot does seem so interesting too. So, yeah. Odyssey, what's that about? Like the Greek Odyssey or Roman Odyssey, whatever it was. Oh yeah, Trojan War. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Oh, Christopher Nolan. Yeah, there you go. Well, it's Christopher Nolan. It must be decent. Oh, Homer. Yeah, Homer's. Yeah, I literally. What am I talking about? I literally took Latin high school and like read it. What am I talking about? Yeah, Matt Damon's in it. Tom Holland's. Oh man, this is a loaded cast. What the hell? Damon, Holland, Hathaway, Pattinson. Who the hell is it in this? Shit. Yeah, might have to check this out. Damon's the main character. He's the yeah, Odyssey guy. Yeah, might have to check this out. How long is this? Probably long. 172, 2 hours, 12 minutes. That's not too bad. I thought it'd be longer, honestly. That seems like I thought to be like a 3 hour movie. Hmm. Maybe I'll check that out. How much longer is this intermission? Jesus Christ. I feel like we should be close to puck drop here. There we go. Okay, I think we're coming up. Next commercial break here should get back going here. Why I thought this has been a normally long intermission. We've just been talking about movies this whole time. Well, thank you for the topic, though. I was struggling to find something to talk about for the next 15 minutes, so thank you for giving me something to talk about. Ugh. All right. Third period coming up, 3-1 lead for the Hurricanes. 15-12 shots, 37-38 shot attempts. It's been pretty evenly played from that standpoint, but Canes are leading where it matters on the scoreboard. Emily Kaplan back on the screen. You love to see it. And we should get back underway here soon. The third. Come on, Carolina. 20 more minutes. 20 more minutes. Let's hang on here. Let's beat the big bad Knights here, man. Let's take them down. All right, we are underway in the third period. Carolina wins the draw. They attempt to dump it in. Don't get very far. All right, let's get a forecheck going here. Hart covers. Torts is absolutely shouting at his guys, telling them to lock the hell in. They need to lock in, man. Now or never for them. Pressure's on them. They're definitely a team good enough to get something brewing here, though. Could easily tie this game up. Long way to go. A lot of hockey left to be played. As long as you're within 2-3, like you're in the game, Both these teams have been able to kind of engineer comebacks, multi-goal comebacks. So Long way to go here. I need to stop the game up the clock, damn it. Oh, so I love this. We've got through the whole stream and the cameras are shut off once on me, so that's good. Glad I solved that problem. Anyway, chance for Vegas here. Good stop there by Bussy. I don't know how they got that in there. That was good. Yeah, Vegas has 4 comeback wins in the third period in these playoffs, which is most in the league. So yeah, no lead is safe against that team. So yeah, long way to go here. Long way to go. What is this Carolina fan wearing? All right. Ozone draw here for Vegas. Not sure what the delay is here. Taking a long time to drop this puck. Finally. All right. Carolina wins the draw. They clear the puck. All right, Vegas looking to break this out. Carolina 37-2-2 in the regular season, leading after 2, 7-0 in the playoffs. So Carolina has not lost a game in the playoffs, and they're up after 2 periods. So now that the broadcast has mentioned that, they'll probably jinx that stat. They probably jinxed it now. Watch them choke this now, just because they mentioned that. Announcer's curse, man. We'll see. Hopefully not. Keep messing with the clock. All right, ozone drop for Carolina here. Slavin at the point, shot. Pretty easy stop there for Hart. Carolina's got to get some traffic or deflection there. Have a chance to score there. Carolina pressuring. Shot from the point, Chatfield. Blocked there for Vegas. They should get this out. Vegas come back the other way. Here comes Eichel. Breaking it in. Good D there from Slavin. One of the best defensemen in the league, especially from a defensive standpoint. Doesn't get the production from the back end, but he's just so good defensively. Shot from the point for Vegas. Wide the net. What do you think about the idea of the cup-winning teams wearing a special patch for winning it the next season? Yeah, why have they never done that? That's kind of a cool idea. It's something, too, to carry into the next season, too. It's like, I've always liked it Formula One. Like, if you win the championship, you get to wear the number 1 the next season, right? But the number 1 in F1 goes to the champion. You don't have to use it. Like, you can still wear the number that you normally do. But, like, in F1, like, you have that signifier. Like, you were the champion. You're the defending champion. I think that'd be pretty cool. Like, not, like, the same thing as, like, the cup patch they're wearing now. Like, it'd be something else, probably. But, like, something that, like, signifies, yeah, like, you're the defending champion. Something on their jersey. Yeah, I think that I'm not opposed to that idea. I'm kind of surprised they haven't done that, to be honest. I guess they don't want to mess with their, normal regular season jersey, but like, why not? At least in home games. Why not? And we have these damn gambling ads and stuff on the jerseys. Like, why not put something actually cool on it? It's absolute travesty, by the way. Oh, what is Hart doing? He's coming way out of his net. What are you doing, Hart? What is he doing? He was bailed out there. What Hart was doing there, I have no clue. Just coming way out of his net to play the puck for no reason. Lucky dodged a bullet there. Could have easily been a goal there for Carolina. But their defense locked in. Bailed out hard. Are we going to see another 4-goal game for Carter Hart? All 4 of the first 4 games of the series, he's allowed at least 4 goals. Only goaltender ever to do that in the Stanley Cup final. Can we make it 5? We just need 1 more goal for Carolina to make it happen. Extend that stat. I don't know about you. I'd love to see that. Any goal that goes past Carter Hart, that's a win. So let's keep peppering them. It's funny how they will penalize players for gambling when all they do is advertise it. Yeah, I mean, literally, Shane Pinto got suspended half a season for it. I don't know if it was him. Like, wasn't it like his friend, like, on his account or something? I don't even know if it was him who did it. But yeah, like, Pinto suspended 41 games, effectively, for gambling. And yeah, like, this league is literally putting gambling ads. Like, how many teams have gambling ads in their jerseys now? And how many ads do you see with DraftKings and Polymarket and Kalshi and FanDuel? Go down the list. I'm not sure why I'm name dropping these companies. I probably shouldn't, but yeah, it's all over the place, man. Like you can't escape it. I mean, literally the arenas, dude. Crypto.com arena, all this nonsense. Grand Casino Arena. Like it's literally like probably what the league advertises the most is gambling bullshit. They put the slop on their jersey. I mean, the Hawks too, unfortunately, had the Circa Sports patch on their jerseys. And to be fair, like it's not, it hasn't ruined the jerseys by any means. Like, it's not like other leagues or like European hockey. Like the ads cover the entire jersey. It's just a mess. Thankfully, it's only like one patch. Like it's the jersey is effectively the same, and you don't really notice on the broadcast. But it's unfortunate though. You know, thankfully they at least allow you to purchase these jerseys without the patch on it, so that's nice. At least they haven't like forced in all the jerseys. That definitely affect sales if they did. It's probably why you have the option not to have it on if you purchase them. All right, Carolina power play here. I missed that. But yeah, Hurricanes have a power play here. Chance to extend the lead. This would be big for them. I mean, I don't want to, be premature here, but if you get one on the power play, you got a 3-goal lead. Like, you're looking pretty good. Svechnikov, net front. Chance here. Big power play here. I mean, if you're Vegas, this is a must kill. Must kill power play if you're Vegas here. Must kill. Carolina takes a 3-goal lead here. It's not just the game. It's not looking good. It's a series not looking good. So you want to be within 2 if you want a chance, pulling your goalie to tie it up. If you're down 3, you're not gonna tie it up pulling the goalie. Need to be at least within 2 here. So yeah, must kill for Vegas here. And if you're Carolina, you can put the game away here. See if they can do it. No chance there. Look at they missed. Aho at the point. About half the power play left here for Carolina to work with. See if they can get something here. Power play's been good for them. We've already got one this game. Shot from the point. Save from Hart. Good chance for Aho. Looking for number 2. He already has a goal in this game. Jarvis. Looking for Ghost. Back to Jarvis. Can you find Aho here? To Svech. Down low the Aho. Aho assessing his options. Finds Ghost at the point. Ghost. Jarvis. Right in the belly of Hart. Pretty easy save for him there. Carolina, a good chance there. Good save for Hart. Needed that. It's not been very good in these finals. They need some big saves from him here. About 48 seconds left in the Carolina advantage here. See if they can get one here. Vegas wins the draw. Should get this out. They do. Canes have scored a power play goal in 4 straight games. 2 from Stahl, 2 from Svech, 1 from Jarvis. Ehlers in the breakout here. Canes breaking it in. Taylor Hall. Blackhawks watching Taylor Hall up a shot. Doesn't find the net. Svech or Stankoven in a board battle there. Taylor Hall. Shot. Vegas blocks the shot there. All right. Vegas gets a kill. They needed that. Definitely needed that kill. Can't afford to give Carolina anything else here if you're Vegas. So that was a big kill for them. Could give them some momentum here. 14 minutes left in the third. Still a lot of hockey left here. That kill could give Vegas some momentum. Something to feed off of. Need some life here if you're Vegas. It's been all Carolina since the first Vegas goal. Honestly, it's been all them. Like Vegas was better team for the first 5 minutes, but really it's been all Carolina since then. They have a lot more shots now too. 21-14 edge in shots. Was even for most of this game, but Carolina's definitely pulled away of late. Didn't really get much going in the power play though. That's right, man. No matter which team wins, the former Hawk will lift the cup. Taylor Hall with the Hurricanes and Brandon Saad with the Vegas Golden Knights. I haven't seen Saad. I don't think he's playing the series yet, though. I think he's been on the bench the whole time, but he is on the team. Brandon Saad's doing his best 2023 Phil Kessel impression. Like he's there, but like he's not really there. He's played a little bit in the playoffs, but not much. I think he's had a few games. He's kind of just been a depth guy. He's kind of just been a bench guy for them. He had a tough year, side. He only played like half the games, and like he didn't really do much of the games he did play. He's definitely been kind of buried there. I mean, to be fair, it's a pretty loaded team. So, and Saad's getting up there now. Like, what is he? Like, he's like mid-30s now. I bet you if Vegas wins the cup, Saad calls it. Like, go off a cup, man. Like, even this past year, like, I think the game is gone. You know, leave the game before the game leaves you. Like, I love Brandon Saad, but like, I think it's time to call it a day, brother. And I think there's no better way to go out than winning a cup. You know, he obviously won two with the Blackhawks, 2013, 2015. I think winning a third cup. I mean, not many players in the modern NHL have won three cups, you know? So that'd be pretty nice if he could do it, but I'd much rather see Carolina win. And Taylor Hall's never won a cup. Saad's already won two. Taylor Hall's never won a cup. And Taylor Hall's been around a long time, man. He's been around since 2010, 16 years. Who knows how many more chances he's going to get? I'd love to see Taylor Hall get the cup. I think he's earned it. I think he deserves it. It's been a long career, played for a lot of teams. It's had a lot of bad luck, a lot of injuries, a lot of pressure being a first overall draft pick. I'd love to see Taylor Hall lift the cup. And potentially the Conn Smythe as well, because he does lead the Hurricanes in points, so he could win the Conn Smythe. I think probably he's the favorite right now. Although he's been a bit quieter in the finals. Like he had some production early on, but a bit quieter the past few games. I do think he'll probably get something here. I think if the Hurricanes game 6, if they can win it, I think Taylor Hall figuring it in some way to kind of seal that Conn Smythe win. I think he probably needs one more big performance there to kind of seal it for him. Because there are a few guys that you could also argue could win it. Long way to go, though. We still got 12 minutes left in this game, so long way to get to that point. But I do think this one's looking pretty good for Carolina. I have a hard time seeing them choke this. They look in control. I don't want to jinx them, but they look in control right now. Vegas hasn't had much of an answer, but we'll see. As we've learned in this series, the game is not over until the buzzer is sounded, so that could change very quickly. I'm sure Torts' Golden Knights. I'm sure they have something left in the. I'm sure they got something up their sleeves there. Hopefully not, though. Three-time Cup winner Phil Kessel. That's right. Yeah, so Saad would also be a three-time Cup winner. You know, because Kessel also won 2 cups. He won 2 cups of the Penguins, like, you know, Saad won 2 cups of the Hawks and got his last cup, retirement cup with the Golden Knights. And Saad could do the same thing. Although right now I think it's looking, you know, better for Carolina. But even if Carolina wins this game, though, like Vegas could still win, you know. They'll have home ice for game 6. They could easily have a bounce back victory, and game 7 can go either way. So even if Carolina wins this game, like this series could still go either way. Although I do think it definitely gives them the edge, obviously, but I do think there's a good chance the series goes 7. I hope it does. The more the merrier. I hope so, man. I'm glad it's at least going 6. It's already, I think the series has already gone longer than a lot of people thought. I saw a lot of people saying this would be like a 5-gamer, but I'm glad it's going to be at least 6 or 7. It's funny. This has probably been like, it's crazy. It shows how close the series has been that this has probably been the most lopsided one, like so far. Like this is like the one game where it's like there's a clear better team. Like pretty much every other game, like it's a coin flip. Could go either way, but like this is the first game where it's like, no, Carolina's definitely been the better team. Let me confirm that. I think all the games have been within 1 at this point, right? Let me check. I could be wrong about that. Let's see. Let's check back in on the previous games here. I guess I could check that NHL app because I'm not seeing it here. Yeah, game 1 was 5-4 Knights. Game 2 was 4-3 Canes. Game 3 was 5-4 Knights. Tuesday, game 4 was 5-3 Canes. That was 2 goals. I thought every game was within 1, but I forgot about that was a 5-3 game. Yeah, I think that empty netter. If I'm not mistaken. So yeah, this is the second game they had that kind of 2-goal lead. We'll see if that stands. Oh, good chance there. You only made it 3. This Jarvis line's been good tonight. Definitely the best line for that first line. I think that we've seen out of them so far for Carolina. They've been kind of quiet to this point, but they've been good in this game. All right, about half the period left here. Icing here, 11 minutes left. Oh, Chatfield's down. Chatfield's injured for Carolina. I don't know what happened to him. Oh, he looks pretty hurt. I missed what happened to him. I forgot what the clock. Where are we at here? No, need to add 3 minutes to the clock. There we go. Oh, Chatfield just got clipped with a stick there by Stone. That's tough. Oh, Chatfield, yeah, he's probably done. That's tough. Hate to see it. Look, Stone's always in the middle of this shit, man. Like it gets away with a lot of dirty shit. This gotta be a call, right? Surely Carolina should get a peeper here or something. Is he bleeding? Will this be 4? Let's see it again. Yeah, Stone just totally clips up the stick. I mean, it's gotta be a call, right? High stick, surely. It's gotta be something here. Of course, it's freaking Stone too. There, he's in the box. Okay, there we go. Good. All right, let's put this game away, Carolina. Let's put this shit away. Let's put the Knights asleep here. Let's put this to bed. 4 minutes too. Shit, it's 4 minutes. So he was bleeding. All right, 4-minute power play for Carolina. There's no excuse not to get one here. Power play's been good, 1 for 3. They've, I think, what, 4 straight games they had a goal too. The power play, so good chance they'll get something here. 4-minute power play. They better get something here. You score this power play, you put the game away. 3-goal lead. You know, halfway through the third period. Put the game away if you get one here for Carolina. See if they can do it. Hope they can. Jordan Staal's been good on draws. Good chance he wins this one. He does. All right. Come on, Carolina. I'm not being neutral, as you could tell. I'm not hiding my Carolina bias. Ghost to Jarvis. Ghost. Vegas should get this out. They do. All right. Carolina breaking it in. Jarvis. Backhand misses, though. That was a good chance there. They missed the net. Ehlers finds Ghost at the point. Ghost. Take a shot here? Maybe? No. Back to Ehlers. Ehlers to Ghost. Down low to Svech. Tahoe back to Svech. Vegas cuts that off. They should get this out. They do. Marner clears. About 3 minutes left in the power play. 10 minutes in the frame. Not Carolina's lock in here. Still got half the power play left. Plenty of time to work with here. Nikishin breaking the puck out. Stanky Stankoven, the stank man. To Talsey. Good D by Vegas. Cut it off. Hall's got to get inside. Carolina looking to break it back in. Jackson Blake in. Here's a chance. Thought Taylor Hall may have had a look there, but Vegas cut off the pass. And they dump it. Carolina looking to reassess. About halfway through this penalty kill. Good kill so far for Vegas. Carolina hasn't got much going so far. Come on, Halsey. What does Taylor Hall have up his sleeve? Oh, he's moving. Halsey's moving. And he turns the puck over. Jinxed him. Vegas should get this out. They do. Over halfway through this PK. What a hit there. Carolina still got about half the power play to work with here. See if they can get something here. They had a shot yet in this power play? I don't know if they have. Maybe one. Nope, looking for Ehlers. There it is. Boom! Andrei Svechnikov, 4-1. Carolina on the power play. 4-1 hockey game. 3-goal lead. That should do it. That should do it. Multi-goal game for Andrei Svechnikov. And it's those first line guys who've been so quiet until now, you know? Multi-goal game for Svechnikov, goal for Aho. The Stars are finally showing up for Carolina the time they needed them the most. What a pass by Ehlers, too. I mean, that's a tap in for Svechnikov. What a play by Ehlers. No look, behind the back pass. Finds Svechnikov, net front. Easy. McNabb again loses a guy. McNabb has had a brutal game. That's the second time he's lost his guy. Like, he got a stick on him, a body or something. It's bad D. Marner looks on in disgust. And that should, I mean, I don't want to jinx it, but like that should do it. I mean, 8:50 left. I mean, it'd take a miracle from Vegas to pull off a comeback here, but if any team could, they can. But yeah, it's looking pretty good for Carolina. Am I seeing that right? It's his first multi-goal playoff game of the postseason. I'm shocked by that. Actually, I'm not, because until the final, Svechnikov has been kind of quiet. But he has 3 goals and he's fouled, so he's definitely saved his best for last. Better late than never. Better late than never for Svechnikov. 3 assists for Ehlers, too. How about that? Ehlers and Marner both had this reputation before this year of being guys who don't perform in the playoffs. I think they both put those narratives to bed, as they've both been amongst the best players for their teams. The 2 top-rated signings of last year's class. They've both been great. When both Jets and Leafs fans often put the blame on them, but yeah, I don't think they were the problem. All right, Vegas. Now or never for them. 7 minutes left to work with here. You want to get a quick one here, at least be down 2 to pull the goalie. I mean, they'll pull the goalie down 3, but like you really have no chance. You need to be at least within 2 late to have any chance of coming back. You need to get a quick one here if you can. Vegas pressuring. Carolina's looking to survive here. Got some insurance to work with. And Bussy gets the whistle. Good work by Chatfield there to sacrifice himself for the call. Get the peeper. Carolina took advantage. Tens of people at the Carolina watch party outside. That's actually a pretty good chunk of people. Yeah. Not quite as much as the Canadians watch parties, but you know, not bad. That's right. That's another game too where Carter Hart has led in 4 goals. He's done that every game of this series. 5 games of the series that Carter Hart has allowed at least 4 goals every game. I believe he's the only goalie ever in the Cup Finals to do that, which is pretty hilarious. He's the only one to do 4, and now he's done 5, so he's bettered his own record there. You absolutely love to see it from Carter Hart. I think we all love to see the Carter Hart downfall again. Hoping for real this time. But yeah, of course he's on Vegas, man. Of course it's Vegas. Like shocker. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Love to see him getting lit up. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like the first 3 rounds he was good, but like Carolina's definitely exposed him. About time. About time somebody exposed him. Yeah, that's just shots crazy he's even playing, man. Yeah, how did it get to this point? Obviously, he was out of the league for a few years there, but here he is with Vegas of all teams. Surprised Stan Bowman didn't sign him. I always thought when Hart was going to come back, I thought the Oilers made the most sense because like they've always had struggles in net, and Stan Bowman will be the type of guy to sign Carter Hart. I'm kind of shocked that Vegas also made. I mean, it's the Vegas Golden Knights. But why am I surprised that's Vegas? They're not really a team that cares about more principles or anything. Winning's all that matters. Doesn't matter at what cost. Anyway, 7:25 left here. Carolina has really taken advantage of Carter Hart. 7:18 left. Let's finish the deal here, Carolina. Let's close the deal. Let's not give Vegas any sign of life. Put the hammer down here. I can't. The Babcock shit is nuts. To be fair, like I don't know if it's gonna happen because like the league's been investigating it, and based off the reports I'm seeing, like I think the league's gonna say no. Like I think they're finding stuff from that Columbus situation. I don't think they're gonna prove it, which honestly I think will be a blessing in disguise for Edmonton because like Stan Bowman, what the fuck are you doing? Mike Babcock, he's been out of the league for 7 years, and like he won a cup, but like it was 2 decades ago. Like how many controversial instances that guy had, man? Between going through players' phones in Columbus to the Mitch Marner like unanimous list and try. Like he had Mitch Marner when he was at the Maple Leafs. He had him write a list of players and rank them by how hard they worked. He shared that list with the rest of the team. Like talk about throwing a player under the bus. There was the whole Chelios situation with Detroit. Chris Chelios was like scratched for like he was scratched in the Winter Classic when he played in Chicago. Or sorry, he wasn't scratched, but like he dressed Chelios, but he never played him. So Chelios was just sitting on the bench in the Winter Classic. Really, hometown of Chicago, and like I don't think he saw the ice once for that game in his last season, second last season. Oh, Vegas just scored. Damn it. Is that Dorofeyev again? Jesus. He's been dynamic, man. Vegas makes it a 2-goal game. Sign of life for Vegas. Just a rebound. Yeah, just a rebound there for Dorofeyev. Just right place, right time. What is that? Goal number 12 for him? I think. Is it him or Howland in the lead? It's either him or Howland has the most goals for Vegas. I think Howland has 13, 14, and Dorofeyev has what? 12, 13? Let me check. What is that for Dorofeyev? 12. 20 assists for Jack Eichel. 20? Most players don't get 20 points, let alone 20 assists. Though, to be fair, I think he only has 2 goals. 2 goals, 20 assists. What a stat line. What a stat line. 2 goals, 20 assists. Meanwhile, Howden is like 14 goals, 4 assists. Dorofeyev has, what, 12 goals. He has a few assists, but not much. You beat me to it. Yeah, Madonna. Yeah, he played 1,499 career games. It wasn't just that. Like, he was scratched for like half the season. Like, his last year in Detroit, playing for his hometown team. All-time greatest American-born player to that point, obviously, since he's been passed by Patrick Kane, but a legend of the game. In his final season, he played like 41 games and didn't play 1,500. Like, that's unreal. Some really good stuff on Babcock. If you haven't listened to Mike Commodore, look up Mike Commodore on YouTube. He has some pretty funny things to say about Mike Babcock. Really just kind of lets you know what kind of person he is. Johan Franz in Detroit. That's another one. Look up Johan Franz and Mike Babcock. Babcock basically completely ruined his mental health. Vegas, another chance here. Like he would call him into his room and call him fat and like just insult the guy. It just sounds like a real dickhead. Okay, as a winner, like if you, there's one thing, there's winning and there's winning in a classy way. Like if you're winning but like you're dragging everyone down the process, like doesn't really mean anything. I think being a good person matters too. Like there's winning, but like there's also winning at what cost, you know? Doesn't mean much if you're, being a bad person in the process, bringing people down who've helped you get there too, you know? All right, 5 minutes left, so Vegas still has time here. I mean, nice thing too for them is like they pull the goalie down 2, like they got a chance, you know? Pulling the goalie down 3, you're not going to score 3 unanswered late, but if you're within 2, like you got a shot. You got a shot down 2. Yeah, I don't know what Edmonton's doing, man. Like it just screams desperation. Like they'll just go for anything at this point. Because Bowman knows, like, the sense of urgency in Edmonton. Like, I mean, David has 2 years left in that contract, man. Like, you have to win now, you know? And Bowman knows, like, his job's on the line. I mean, this team just last year was in the Stanley Cup final, and they lost in the first round this year. Like, the Ducks are good, but that's not a team they should have lost to, you know? Like, they should be here, honestly, Edmonton. Just They didn't get the job done this year. Yeah, you could blame injuries. You could blame, oh, they played a lot of hockey. Like, it's not a valid excuse. Like, the playing a lot of hockey thing, I think, is such a weak excuse. Now, I don't think Knobloch was the problem either. I think he's a fine coach. I think Oilers management is the problem. You know, they haven't done enough to surround McDavid and Draisaitl. Well, really, it's not that's the issue. It's the goaltending. They've never had goaltending in Edmonton. Like, that's been their problem. Like, McDavid has never had an elite starting goaltender the whole time he's been there. 10 years, he's never had it. And until they have a goaltender to get the job done, they're not going to win. Like, I don't care how good McDavid Draisaitl are. Like, their goaltending has never been good enough, and it still isn't. That's their problem. Their defense is kind of sus too. Like, I know Bouchard's, he puts up points, but like his defense is sus. And well, thankfully, it looks like they're going to move Nurse, so that should help. Because he just requested a trade, so which will help them because he's not very good defensively and carries a bad contract. So like that should help. But like, it's also Stan Bowman. What do you think he's going to get for him? Probably package probably won't be good. We know Stan Bowman well. I doubt whatever trade package they receive will be any good. We'll see. He's also, we know how bad he is with contracts and stuff. I mean, how about, like, he gave Trent Frederick a 7-year contract? Trent Frederick. 7-year contract to a bottom 6 player. And he did nothing this year. He did absolutely nothing. 7-year contract. How about the Dylan Holloway and Broberg? He lost those guys to offer sheets to St. Louis. Imagine Dylan Holloway in the top 6 of McDavid and Draisaitl. He's going to be a stud in St. Louis. He lost him. Like, what an absolute shit show by Stan Bowman. Like, he's going to ruin that team. He is. Right now. The Babcock thing might not go through, but if it does, Jesus Christ. But they are so cooked, man. They are so cooked. McDavid, man, like 2 years left. Like, get out while you can. Like, I still think he probably stays. I just think McDavid's too damn loyal. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, this could be the last straw, If you don't get this coaching hire right, you're fucked. And yeah, Babcock's not the guy. I can promise you that. You could do better than that. Yeah, and that's the thing too. Like like you said, like he's gonna be hard to move because of that contract. So it's like that's gonna probably hurt their return too. I mean, Darnell Nurse, he's like 9.25 million. Like, his contract is bad as Seth Jones. And to be fair, like, I think he's worse than Seth Jones. Like, I always said when Seth Jones was in Chicago, like, yeah, Jones has a bad contract, but it's like, at least he's not Darnell Nurse. Like, at least Jones has his moments. He has his days. Like, Nurse is just like, I don't know how he got that deal in the first place. Like, Jones, I at least understood why he got the deal. Because, like, in his prime, he was a genuinely really good defenseman. Like, Nurse, I don't understand how he got that contract in the first place. Like, he made the Jones contract look fine by that comparison, which is crazy to say. That's how bad he is. So yeah, I mean, good luck with that. That's their problem. That's Bowman's a mess to clean up there. Yeah, I've experienced that too. Like, I still play, like, not competitively, but like I still play beer league. Like, I played hockey in grade school and high school and a little bit in college too, club. But I've had my fair share. I mean, most of the coaches I had have been good, but like I've also had coaches that are, not the easiest to play for, to say the least, and kind of hurt my enjoyment of the game. But I got it back. And clearly, I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't. It's the worst, man. Like, yeah, like it definitely hurts. Like, because he's showing up to the rink, it's not the same feeling like when you just have that pit in your stomach. Like, oh, if I make a mistake or screw up, like I'm gonna get laid into. It's not a great feeling. Some coaches they shit on you a lot, and like they use this like they think it's gonna motivate you. Like, oh, if I shit on this guy a ton, and like it's gonna motivate him to do better. But like, I was never one of those people. Like, that never helped me. Like, I was never somebody. It's like, oh, you just scream and yell and whatever. Like, that never did it. Like, that shit never motivated me. Like, I like coaches who like had a calm demeanor and like will logically explain, hey, here's what you didn't do well. Here's what you could do better. Like, coaches who like teachers. Like, I always like coaches who kind of had that kind of teaching mentality, Not to say, like, of course, like, you can have coach, you can still have the passion, but just not be an asshole about it, you know? There's a way to kind of get your message across in a way that's not being a dick. You know what I mean? And I've had coaches that, like, have balanced that line well, but I've also had coaches that maybe didn't do that, and those coaches were hard to play for, you know? But I would say most coaches were pretty good, you know? I would say for the most part, they were good. Oh, Vegas got a power play or shit. Did they? Another delay of game penalty? This is number 3. Have they all been Ehlers too? I swear it's been Ehlers every time. Oh my God. 2 minutes, 13 seconds left. Vegas can pull the goalie and they have a power play. They're going to have 2 extra men out there. 6 on 4 here. The silver lining, though, for Carolina, though, is since you're on the penalty kill, you can clear the puck and not worry about offsides. So you can go for empty net and not worry about offsides. Like, that might be a good thing, honestly. But yeah, Vegas, man, shit. If they've scored the power play today, too. So this shit. Carolina's making this much harder than it needs to be. So much for a straightforward, calm, you know, lights a checker win here. They're going to have to fight for this one. Vegas is making it tough on them. See if they got something brewing here late. Fuck. Gotta get the kill here. I went to John Carroll University, just outside Cleveland, Ohio. I graduated there last year. Shot from the point. Because I got scholarship money, so I didn't really have to. I got scholarships, so I didn't really have to pay for it. I mean, I paid for room and board and shit, books, but otherwise, it was basically, you know, free ride pretty much. So I'd be silly to pass that up. I did think about some big universities. I thought about Illinois. I thought about Purdue, Colorado, but John Carroll was like perfect because like it wasn't too far from Chicago, but it was like far enough. You know, only a 5-hour drive, so not too bad. So like I could go home when I wanted to, but also like not right by home, so it's like good distance, but still in the Midwest. So it worked out nice. I enjoyed it. Oh my! I thought Vegas had a goal there. Bossy just about covers it up. I thought they had one there. I forgot about the clock. Damn it. Minute 20 left. Minute 20 left. Let me get that right. Vegas getting some chances here. About half the power play left. About minute 20 left. So the power play will last for the rest of the game here. I thought, oh, that hit the post. Yeah, I thought they had one there. I thought Hurdle was going to have the rebound. Bossy just about gets the coverage. Just about. To kind of slide across there and keep it out. Yeah, Hart's pulled. It's a gamble, though. Because like they had the power play, so it's like they can clear the puck and not worry about icing. So it's like it's easier for them to kind of go for that empty net. But obviously, you do it to get that extra man. It makes sense. Even though you have the power play, you may as well do it. You got nothing to lose here. All right. Stone to Dorofeyev. Theodore down low. Shot. Good block. There's that Kendrick Miller. Big block. Big block by Miller. Clock. All right. Carolina clears. About a minute left. Minute left to kill here. Now or never for Vegas. Desperation times. They have anything left here. Dorofeyev to Hurdle. To Dorofeyev. Down low to Eichel. Carolina should clear this. They do. Oh, good chase his empty net. They should get this. Good dive. Vegas shuts it off, though. I thought Carolina maybe had empty net there, but they win the battle. 30 seconds left. Looking pretty good for Carolina here. Vegas needs, back boom, boom here. They're not looking good. Good D by Carolina. Great kill, and they should be good. They clear this. They should be good here. 15 seconds left. Yeah, they're looking good here. Great kill for Carolina. Great game. Very well executed game for Carolina. They did everything right today. Vegas had the initial goal, but after that, it was all them. And they hang on. 4-2 Game 5 win for Carolina. The Hurricanes take a 3-2 lead in the Stanley Cup Final. They head to Game 6 at Vegas with a chance to win the Stanley Cup with a 3-2 lead. The Cup will be in the building Saturday night, 7 o'clock for Carolina. They'll have to do it on the road. Will they do it 2010-2013 Blackhawks style, win Game 6 on the road? We shall see. I hope so, man. Man, for most of the series, it's looked like Vegas is, but back-to-back wins for Carolina, and they're in control suddenly. We'll see if they can do it, man. Chance to win their first cup since 2006, 2 decades, this Saturday. We'll see if they can pull it off. Perfectly played game from them, and Torts looks absolutely pissed. You absolutely love to see it, Wisconsin. Nice. Good stuff. Big win for Carolina. Big dubs. Perfectly executed game. Well played. And we'll see if they can get the job done on Saturday. We will be back. We will be back here for the Beoc Beams live stream, 7 o'clock Saturday. We'll see. Potentially Stanley Cup winning day for the Carolina Hurricanes. We'll see if they can eliminate the Vegas Golden Knights once and for all this Saturday. We will be there. We will be there. All right. Thank you all so much for watching this one, chat. For those of you who hung out with me tonight, I really enjoy it. We will be back Saturday night for Game 6. All right, so I got this one. Justin Lynch, Beoc Beams out, and we will see you all in the next one, baby. Absolute Cinema. Good night, everybody.